Hello and welcome to Heralds of an Azure Omen session. What are we at? 5?
4?
4? I think we're at 5. Pretty sure I uploaded 4 the other day. We are temporarily, potentially, ongoingly, also temporarily, ongoingly, missing Jordan, but we have many wonderful adventures with us today. I am DM Taylor, playing myself and everybody who doesn't matter. We are joined by Dante playing
Rortrin Havrelson,
George playing
Nicassius,
Stephanie playing
Breaker, although NPCs matter.
NPCs do in fact matter, and Chris playing
Crypt. I can't breathe today.
Can Chris and Crypt not breathe, or can only one of
No,
them?
Crypt's fine.
Okay, I can change that.
I'll breathe
we'll
for
see.
you.
Please don't. I think he likes his oxygen.
When we last left our adventurers, what had just transpired?
Oh, well, we just woke up and such, and we're just getting ready for the day. And also, we're going to be sending down one of our members to check and see if there's any wanted posters of us on the bounty board after the shenanigans of the previous evening. Of which you can find out on the previous episode.
Mr. Crypt has a big ol' welt on his head because he dropped a thing on his face.
Yep.
And then that made him fall asleep real nice. Maybe you can market that as a sleep aid. I don't know. So you've woken up, all of yous. Bears that were present are still present. An additional bear has been made present in Crypt's room. Breaker, what are you doing?
Well, I'm still snoozing with my goat in the stable.
Alright, you
So
wake up with a goat in the stable.
Oh, we're cuddling, you
The
know.
goat is happy and warm.
He should be. We have a very good relationship.
You got slightly moist now since he's been cuddling with you.
Yes. Everything I touch ends up slightly moist. So I'm going to toddle up to their room.
You're gonna tunnel up to their room?
Toddle.
Okay.
We're coming
Okay.
up with interesting ways
Well,
for us to walk.
That would have been my second guess, but you know, I never can tell with Breaker.
I could tunnel up to their room. That would be
So,
fun.
Breaker toddles up to their room.
There being crypts and
Yes.
Rortins.
Rortins.
There comes a knock at your guys' door.
Well, separate doors, but...
There
We're
comes
in the
a...
same room. We're in the same room.
Yeah, they just waste
I
so
knocked
much
on both
needless
doors
money.
simultaneously.
They are next to each other, so you can knock on them
Okay.
simultaneously.
Alright. So, Rortin, he turns off the alarm spell. Oh, and then...
What does your alarm sound like when it goes off?
Well, he turns it off. Oh, he
Okay.
hasn't turned it. It
Well,
hasn't,
so the knocking happened at the door. Was your alarm intended to...
it was intended for if the door was open.
Okay, so the alarm doesn't... Well, when it does happen, what will it sound like?
I would expect that it sounds like an eagle screeching.
All right.
Ding.
Interesting. We'll have to see if we can get that to happen.
All right. So, right. I turn off the alarm and I ask, "Who is it?"
Breaker. Why are you not opening the door? Just open the door. One of you.
All right. I open the door.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where's the other one?
I point with my thumb over to the next door over.
Wake up.
You wake up.
Yeah.
You're still knocked out.
Yeah.
No, I'm awake. And I come out of there just rubbing my head.
It seems as though Crypt is growing a new horn on his head.
That's a fantastic look for you.
And you, Nicassius, wake up in your pillowed, feathery downed room with all the accoutrements of luxury.
The whole room is just billowy.
Billowy, in general. It's not like a padded room, but it's a padded room.
It's where he belongs.
I'm going to go downstairs and have breakfast.
Alright. You did not receive the wake-up call that they promised you.
Alas. It is tragic.
And I say they, a butler ushers you to a table and asks what you wish to dine upon for breakfast.
God, I don't know.
He hints meaningfully at the convenient fresh fruit sitting right nearby.
That'll work.
He takes the fruit from one table and puts it on your table, and he walks away.
So I'm going to partake of some of the fruit and Then I'm going to go head down and see if there are any notices out after the bar brawl from
All right.
the night before there.
I don't remember if we did temporary HPs for the resting yet for this long rest.
I
Crypt?
believe so. I had 3 temporary HP.
Okay, what if that just been from the previous long rest?
Well,
You can keep
Yeah,
it if
because
you
we
wish.
hadn't rested yet.
all right.
Crypt will have none because he got knocked out.
I still have 2 from last
1.
time.
Would you like to re-roll?
What are we
I'll
rolling?
keep it.
You can have your D4. And you get your D8, I think, Nicassius.
The D8.
Excellent. So you saunter casually outside after breakfast, Nicassius.
Are you bringing the bear?
And
I stuffed the bear in a pouch last time, I do believe.
yes. And is it only you, Mr. Rortrin, who is going to saunter downstairs, or are you going to be joined by Breaker and
We should
Crypt?
all saunter.
I think we should all saunter
unison.
down. Oh, Sir Dominus.
Synchronized sauntering.
The stairs are particularly wide,
We
so
can
you
saunter
can all
3 abreast.
saunter 3 abreast because Crypt
Fantastic.
kind of is in between.
He's very small.
Crypt is a small sandwich. And so you saunter downstairs and behold the bounty board, which does not bear a wanted poster referring to any of you. And Nicassius, you look at the conveniently placed bounty board nearby in a little park that doesn't have a fountain but has a very nice looking little tree in it. And there is no bounty with any face on it that matters to you.
Is there anything on that board that might be of interest?
There's stuff. This one seems a little more interesting than the one that the others had previously seen at the inn. It looks like it's been taken care of more frequently, maybe because it's out in the open and not in some private little establishment, whatever. There's apparently some big mama bear with some little baby bears that's been going around and terrorizing travelers, and
Wasn't me.
and it is desired that all these bears be slaughtered and their meats be given to a certain stew house.
I will not partake in the slaughtering of bears.
You weren't there, hush.
Okay, I'm just letting you know telepathically I will not partake.
Oh, okay.
Just in case he happened to be thinking about slaughtering bears.
Suddenly I get the feeling that Breaker would not approve.
Who has our half of the crystal? Are you carrying that with you, or did you?
I
leave
have it in a bag.
Okay, but you're carrying it around.
Yeah.
It's like half your size.
Pretty much.
Okay.
There is another errand that is just like cleaning. It's cleaning a local church. There are, for some reason, a whole bunch of blood and guts all over the floor and the walls, and they need somebody to get that cleaned up. The local washing
Is there
equipment
blood on the
do not wish
altar at
to.
the church?
It's not specified.
Oh, okay.
They will pay 1 whole gold piece for the whole job.
Do not spill blood on the altar.
That would double your wealth.
It would double my wealth, yes.
For those of you listening in, I made an oopsie on our Wednesday game, and after pouring holy water on the altar didn't do anything, I had the bright idea of spilling my own blood on the altar, which summoned a hook horror. Thank you, Mr. DM Dante.
You're welcome. Can't
We're-
wait for that session to get it back.
Yeah.
Especially with all the low HP characters.
So this is totally, absolutely not my way of getting back.
Let's start a blood ritual when our party's half dead already.
We had just finished a short rest. It was a good time for it.
Yeah, I mean,
In any event, the bounty board does not specify
just got slapped.
whether
Okay.
there's blood on the altar in this particular church.
There probably is. There's usually blood on altars.
There's blood everywhere else.
An altar's a good place
Did,
for
did
it.
it say how much hunting bears pays?
It'll pay 5 pieces of silver for each of the babies and 1 piece of gold for the mama.
Jesus.
Not worth it. I mean, the hides, maybe 10 gold a piece, but at the same time, hey, we're second level. We're not really for that sort of low value.
There is one job that does offer quite a lot of cash.
And is this on both bounty boards?
This is one that is on both bounty boards. This is one that seems to have been just placed there this morning. There is a claim of the undead rising from the ancestral crypt of some dude's house. He has...
It started out so beautifully.
He's a dude who has a big old house, and his ancestors are in the basement, and he claims that one of his ancestors keeps coming out of the basement. This is not acceptable, he
I
says.
hate when ancestors don't stay where you put them.
And he demands that some holy boys come and purge the undead from his house. And he will pay 50 pieces of gold if he can go a night without his ancestor, coming back to haunt him.
How many of you boys are holy?
Well,
He's at the embassy at the moment.
Yes.
well,
The cleric
don't
is
we-
at the embassy.
Don't we have 2 clerics? Or
That was
just
the
one?
other game, I think.
That's the other game. The other cleric's standing next to the altar with the hook on.
Clerics can't be trusted. I'm not sure I'd take one along with me anyway.
Well,
We do have a kindly druid.
Do you have a kindly druid? Druids are pretty holy.
yeah.
And
So
you're even a shepherd druid. That's like extra holy.
I'm looking at my group of 3 individual
Yes.
comrades. As well, Nicassius is away still, and I say, "Hey,
Your karmic aura lingering about you of child murder.
hey, listen, and do you happen to have like any sort of spells to like put some nature spirits or put some creatures to rest and such? Maybe say some holy words."
I'm not that kind of druid. I can turn into a bear.
It's more
Do you think that would sway the ancestors?
more the nice smelling herbs kind of druid, and less the nice looking crystals kind of druid.
I can grow plants out of the ground and maybe hold the ancestors in place, but I'm not sure that would convince them either.
Well, considering we still kind of need to make money and such, I think that might be
I
one
can't
of the...
imagine why.
It's not as if you're sleeping in separate rooms or anything.
You can't
when-
eat money.
No, you can't.
that
but at the
attitude.
same...
You can't eat goats.
You can't.
I can't because I'm not in the game world.
I
I am an extra dimensional being.
No extra dimensional being. You can't eat my goat.
Okay.
Stop it.
Rortrin's just looking over to the imp and then saying, "Hey, is he all right? He's speaking to something. I can't even see it."
You can't eat crypt either.
Despite the fact that he's hearing the voice of God, he's not a holy druid. I don't know how this works. Like, he claims that's how it works, so that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
We should have someplace safe to put the other half of that crystal. Can we deliver it over to the embassy?
I mean, you can.
I mean, he can come to the door at least and accept it and keep it safe while he's sequestered.
Would you guys like to do that?
I think
It needs to be
I
kept
think
safe.
we'll meet up with Nicassius and then we do that because otherwise it's just going to be us like walking through the city, missing each other by a few minutes,
Right.
or just a few streets.
Did you guys have a decided upon meeting place?
I would assume that the inn that the main inn, not the wizard's basement.
Yep. It was in
Yeah.
cellar.
Well, yeah. No. After I've checked the bounty boards, I would have headed over to where
Okay.
they were staying.
So you come together
Mhm.
and powwow.
Greetings. Now we shall powwow. Commence the powwow. Also, why are you carrying a bear?
How did you see the bear in my pouch?
Sitting on the table.
It's slightly bear shaped.
As bear senses.
Ah.
My bear senses are tingling.
Well, that's to represent the bears that we can go hunt.
What the hell?
Rortrin's even going to pipe up and say, unfortunately, just even harvesting them is not going to be worth it.
Okay.
But we can possibly put a ghost down. As well. I saw on the bounty board that there's a undead spirit that's coming out of the crypt, and hopefully
Undead spirit
maybe we
in
can
the
take care of it. But first, we need to also see about securing some goods at a local embassy that is very safe, that is protected by dwarves.
Dwarves are real good at protecting stuff.
While we're on the way there, I'm going to explain to them about the encounter that I had in the street and the bear that I
Oh yeah, you had an
subsequently
encounter
found.
in the street, didn't you?
Yeah. And the bear that I subsequently found.
An encounter in the streets and a bear in the sheets.
That's a hell of a night. That's what you get when you pay for the expensive hotel.
I guess. So you do explain this. Now, this, of course, brings to your mind your bear, Crypt.
Yeah. But I assume I've just been carrying it.
I would assume so also.
Yeah. Or
You could be like...
what was the
You could have your
yeah.
instrument over your... No, that's... Yes, you are a bard in this game, is that
Yeah,
right? Yes,
that's-
you're the ranger. So you have your instrument over your shoulder and the bear can be sitting on it?
yeah,
The
they're
bagpipe.
just
Just
sitting
sitting
on-
on the bagpipe.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a bear pipe.
A bear pipe. A bag bear. A bear bag. So do you have an interesting conversation, you two, about your new hobby of blue bear collection?
Do you have any idea where that came from?
You have a bear.
I have a bear.
I have a bear.
The-
We
the-
can start the blue bear cult.
The bear was waiting for me when I got back to my room.
Are you blue when you turn into a bear?
No.
Breaker? Oh, that's
Aw.
unfortunate.
No, it would be cool, but it might be a little too conspicuous. I
If
do
you
have
wish,
like
you may turn
the
into a
same
blue bear.
weird. No, I want to be a regular colored bear, but with
Okay.
the same like blue black eyes that I have normally.
All right.
But
Transmorphing into a bear in the middle of a crowded tavern, that wasn't
I
conspicuous.
did. It was the
Walking
only-
in, walking out, turning into a dog, and walking back in was the most inconspicuous thing you have done
I
so
assume
far.
I ducked into a corner or something.
They were
Like,
watching
or
you,
were
though.
the doors like
They were watching
like
this
glass
half-naked,
doors or
dripping
something?
man coming in the fancy hotel.
It's just if you or the windows or something, just then they could quite clearly see you.
So why didn't you get a bear?
Me?
He's not cool enough.
He's the one
Well,
who
I'm
bears.
going to go upstairs and change out of my clothes into my
Okay.
traveling
Why your
clothes.
bears can stuff a lot of sheets. Can Okay.
What?
Well, I mean, somebody's trying to send you a message via bear.
Maybe it's a message that you're supposed to collect these, little beanie bears?
I don't think they were specified to be beanie bears.
Could be a message that we're supposed to hunt bears.
They are filled with beans, if you look inside.
Oh,
Delicious.
Give me beans.
Or give me death?
does anybody think to detect magic on these and make sure they're not
Okay,
tracked?
one moment.
I don't possess that
Neither
ability.
do I.
Okay,
either.
10 minutes.
You just
I
flop
wish
down
you
in
would
the
take
middle of the
that.
street.
That would have been smart.
You already got one creature with it.
Yeah.
You detect magic. You find no magic on these bears.
Okay, no magic on these bears, but
How about
they're
on the
freaky.
hole in his neck while you've got the...
Well,
while
I
you
got it
it
up for 10
activated?
minutes.
Yes. You detect no magic around his neck.
Ah,
Or in the pinprick
Anything
wound.
else you want to give him while we're at it?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
The
Anything
gem
just in the middle of the
that
street.
Crypt is carrying is gloriously bright in the light of your detect magic.
ping,
The what?
ping, ping.
The orb, the crystal,
Oh.
the
Yeah, the thing
sapphire.
I have.
I think we already knew that.
It has an incredible aura of enchantment about it. It is like a gigantic battery. If it were detonated, it could probably wipe out half the continent.
I informed Crypt of this information.
All the more reason
Yeah.
to give it to the dwarves.
That, yeah, if
We could
you...
blow up the doors?
No, love the dwarves.
It's a plan. It's not a good plan.
Yeah, I informed Crypt of this information that you have a continent-destroying super weapon on
Only
yourself.
half the continent.
Half
So let's go
continental.
to deliver to the guy with the other half.
Yeah.
It'll be safe that way.
Yeah, I think it would be safe.
So you reach the embassy, you knock, and you ask for Ragdoll. The dwarf who answers the door seems not very happy to be woken up early in the morning, but he trots away, and he brings Ragdoll to the door. Ragdoll is covered in soot and smells like oil.
You've had a fun night.
Yes. What, oh, it's morning. What are you doing?
You haven't gotten a stuffed bear, have you?
No.
Just checking.
But, what?
Don't worry.
We're collecting them now.
We have something
okay,
to,
I'll
for
keep
you
an eye out
too.
for
The market's gonna explode.
The market's gonna explode? How long do we have?
Keep that on the down low.
Which market?
Not this one. Different market.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We need to keep the crystal safe while we go hunt ancestors. Is that what we're
Okay.
doing? We're hunting ancestors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, technically we're just
alright.
preventing ancestors from bothering this guy.
Do you want to go squelch some ancestors with us?
I'm a little busy.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hold this package then?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand over the bags.
He puts
Don't
it in
blow
his
it up.
pouch. Wasn't planning on it.
Good.
Don't put it together with the other one.
All
Keep
right.
them separate. Keep them safe.
I will keep them separate, keep them secret, keep them
Safe.
safe-ish as much as I can. He shuts the door.
Okay. Also, it might blow up the continent.
What?
Nothing, you're
Is
fine.
this related to the market?
No.
Okay.
I'm already walking away.
I'm gonna trust you guys can take care of that. And he is gone. So you are free of your weapon of mass destruction.
We'll use it next time we encounter a Tarask.
I'll try to make sure that happens.
Thank you. Oh, XP! Yes!
Good against a hook horror.
It would be nice against a hooked horror and every other hooked horror on the continent. If you can gather them into one place.
We can eradicate them all.
Oh, there we go.
Exterminate them all.
Well,
I'm
anyway.
not giving you a scroll of genocide, I'm sorry. So, you guys are going to that dude's house? Or would you like to go somewhere else first?
Well, we can't really buy. I don't think we need anything to be bought right this very moment.
You don't wish to buy any supplies or components to try to do this task required of you?
Well,
What do you need to suppress ancestors?
I would assume holy
I've
water.
never suppressed ancestors.
Yeah, holy water. That works real great for suppressing the undead.
Anything.
Okay.
Doesn't it, Dante?
Yeah, it does.
Technically, it was the blood that you spilled all over the altar. I mean,
Well, we know that does something.
Oh,
Holy water apparently didn't do anything.
don't bleed in the vicinity of the ancestors.
That's a good idea.
We
You
know
should really
bleeding.
All right.
take that under
So,
advisement.
what sort of temples do they have in this city?
They have a local little shrine to ancestors that is maintained by an elvish couple, and all the elves kind of come here and do their ancestor worship by proxy.
Can we hire the services of an exorcist?
You could certainly try.
Or could we just get some instruction on how to do an
I
exorcism?
don't want a book on DIY exorcism. That seems like a bad idea. I
Exorcism
think we should
Dummies is great.
have a professional.
There is that church that had the ad out to get all the blood and guts cleaned up. That's a pretty big wooden building.
And yeah, while their church is under cleaning, the priests don't have anything to do.
That is true, but at the same time, I think I would rather go to the one church that isn't covered in blood and guts that might have some sort of strange rituals happening there. I think it would be a better idea to go
Or
with.
maybe you want the services of the guys who do the rituals because they know exactly how this kind of thing works.
I also have proficiency in religion, so
Hey, want to give me a religion roll?
Sure.
Thank you.
That's going to be an 18.
Yeah, there's some kind of cult happening there you don't want to deal with. Don't mind me.
Yeah. I inform him of a strike 8 of brilliancy. That's like a lightning bolt out of blue. Yeah, there's probably a cult there. We do not want to deal with them. So let's go to the kindly elven couple, shall we?
We need walking music.
You skip there.
Our arms linked together.
Your arms are linked. You're
Are we
off to see
singing?
the elf shrine, the wonderful elf shrine of Mia.
Now,
It started out okay and just ended up sounding like a cat.
They do have a cat. It's a very nice cat. It's a little ball. They have a stone enclosure set up. They weren't able to hollow out a little cave out of a solid block of marble like, you're supposed to do with an ancestor shrine, but they did their best. There's a little more cement in use than maybe they would have liked. And inside there are lots of little wooden lacquered figurines of ancestors, and you kind of just find the one that looks the most like your great uncle Harold and send some ablutions his way and stuff. The elderly elf couple are dusting the idols as you approach, and they turn and see you coming. They see you as a disparate assortment of people, clearly not just a whole bunch of elves looking to get you worship on. They're like, "Hello, travelers, have you come to partake of our venerable culture? We can tell you all about it. We have a whole guided tour sort of thing."
Actually, we need a partial guided tour. We're currently dealing with some possibly undead spirits.
Oh, how dreadful.
Yes, very much so. There are ancestor spirits as well. So, we kind of...
Your ancestors?
Of an individual we're working for.
Oh.
Her. So...
Oh, dear.
We might need some holy water and possibly some ideas on how to handle such an event.
Do you have maybe a pamphlet, like a how-to manual? Like a quick guide to
I have some from...
do your own ritual.
No. But we do offer our services for... Well, usually we offer our services for blessing the graves of your recently deceased ancestors to help them situate comfortably in the afterlife. This is a little more of a delicate issue.
Do you have anything for ancestors that get a little uppity?
Well, yes, but you need to be the person who has the ancestor to get them more situated comfortably where they belong. An outsider can't do anything except for annoy them.
But you assist, right?
Well, yes.
How about just putting him down for an evening? Hey.
Just like
horrible.
a temporary fix for one night till we get paid. Since apparently we don't
we
want
have
to
some
do the job
candles
right.
that do that.
Oh, wonderful. How much are they?
Well, these ones are only 3 silver pieces. But how angry of an ancestor are we talking about?
Oh.
This is more of like, every full moon, Grandpa comes back to look for his pocket knife that he knows that you stole when you were 6, and he just wanders up and down the hall calling you obscene names.
Well, considering that he hasn't, there wasn't any word of murder or deaths associated.
He just wants to be able to rest.
For an evening.
Okay.
The thing is keeping him
Well,
awake, apparently.
I suppose, how wealthy is this person?
Well, he's able to pay us 50 gold.
Oh my.
So
perhaps we can establish an ongoing contract with him. If we provided him with these candles every night, they would be a low-cost solution that would also provide some ambient and very atmospheric light to his abode.
I think we might have a little bit of a deal going with you folks, because if we are the ones who introduce him and there's continued problems, we can refer him to you.
Excellent.
Oh.
But here, and he takes a little piece of parchment out of his pocket and he scribbles a list of various services with prices next to them that are inflated like 3 times from what's on the board at the back of the shrine.
Just right.
Hands it to you. Here, give this to him.
And we get 1 night's worth of candles before we go.
Yes. Hands you a candle. It's a very sloppily
Don't
made
hand it
candle.
to me, hand it to him. He's got the money.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, very much.
It has a little thread of gold on the outside of it, or something that looks like gold.
Yeah.
Doesn't look terribly magic, to be perfectly honest.
Is my detect magic still going?
Yes.
How long does it go
Does
for?
it have any magic on it?
It has a very, very slight spark of abjuration magic in it. Probably they're using some kind of elvish racial magic and just kind of touching it a little bit.
Alright.
Not
It's homeopathic.
essentially. The bigger the candle, the less magic you have to use.
Exactly.
Using my once we're out and about from them, using my skill in religion and arcane, can I like suffuse it with like possibly? Hey,
So you want to put one of your spells into it?
yeah. Sleep doesn't work on undead, does it?
I don't believe sleep works on undead.
Well, yes, but it would work on the guy. All he wanted was a night's rest.
No.
There are other sleeping aids in this world. I imagine he's probably tried them already.
But has he tried magic?
That's a good point. You haven't asked him.
Can you give it to him like on the sly? How do you administer this?
I don't know how we're supposed to be.
Undead and creatures immune to being charmed
But
cannot
if you
be
can
slept.
put it into the candle, and as he burned the candle,
It would put him to
it would
sleep.
put him to sleep. He's thinking he's getting a good night's sleep.
That's true. That's true. No, so
Now, there is an entire wizard tradition that's like about enchanting things.
Mhm.
Do you have any kind of feature that would let you do that?
I'm a diviner.
Okay, so you know what? You can give it a shot as best as you want. You're going to
Alright.
spend the level 1 spell slot regardless.
Yes, I am.
And then please give me an Arcana roll.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to use a separate.
And what did you see this morning as a result
Yes.
of us doing this?
Did you make your diviner rolls?
Yes, I have made my diviner rolls. It's
Gotcha.
a 10 and a 13.
Yes.
That's going to be another 18 for me.
Alright. You are able to create like a core of magic and like melt this candle down and wrap the wax around it.
Mhm.
You unfortunately lose whatever magic was already in the candle.
Oh,
But you are pretty sure most of the potency of your spell will be retained.
mhm.
Thankfully, this was a candle formed out of a magic adherent substance. You wouldn't have been able to do this with just any candle.
Uh-huh.
So you did a pretty good job.
Sweet.
It looks nicer than it did before somehow.
Mhm.
Less lumpy.
Let us go, my friends, to the house of the dude.
Indeed. Let us go to see the dude.
Question, Rourke.
Remind me of the
Do you have that other sword on you?
Yes, actually, I do have
Because
that.
if this
Does
thing
the dude
proves
look
to
like
be
Jeff Bridges by
nasty,
any
you
chance?
guys can all cast
Please
magic.
let him.
Mhm.
I have nothing.
Okay, I'm going to hand you that Elven Sword.
Yes.
Heard.
That tingles when he touches it.
That tingle,
Goody.
the tingly
Or
sword.
tingles. All I've
you a
got
tingly
right
thing.
now is a bear.
He can off-wield the bear as a magic focus. If you're casting bear magic. Which exists. Totally does.
Mhm.
So you spin in circles toward this guy's house for like a step because it's a nice day out, and then you walk.
Then we get dizzy. And
So this guy has made his house in the rich section of town. He has painted boards, which is not a thing that most people have. It's kind of a whitish house, as close as you can get to whitewash around here, with these weird pink accents that look absolutely horrible.
Mm.
His yard is nicely cared for. There is a halfling trimming the hedges as you approach. There is a gate that looks like it was intended to look like a wrought iron gate, but it's just, wood. It's just sticks. Wrought sticks. There is no lock on the gate. You enter, and you approach the front door, which has a door knocker made of pig iron on the front. Clap, clap. It makes a very blah sound, and you understand why people don't use pig iron to make door knockers.
Mm.
They're more majestic sounding metals that you could use. After a few moments, the door opens, and a very, very tired looking half-orc looks out at you. He says, "Yes."
Hey, we are here for taking care of the ancestral problem.
"Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're the second ones today."
The second ones?
Uh-huh.
What happened to the first?
Oh, they're still working.
Oh. Well, we're...
But you're more than welcome to give it a go.
Yeah, we are more than welcome. Come to try and put down this issue that you have.
Mm-hmm. All right, come inside.
All right.
Can I get you anything to drink?
I'm good for right now. My comrades,
we're
though?
good. What
Good, thank
what
you.
is it the other people are doing exactly?
Oh, they're using some kind of holy magic. They said they're gonna cast it on my ancestor's bones, and it's gonna bind him to them forever, so he stops rising.
A bind them to
Yeah.
him.
Uh-huh.
You have,
Bind
your,
the spirit to the bones like they belong, he says.
you have your ancestors' bones sitting in the basement.
In the crypt, that's where you put bones.
Have you considered moving them?
I just put them there. I have 3 generations of my ancestors' bones down
Are
there.
any of the other ancestors bothering you?
No?
Have you considered moving just this one?
Why?
He won't bother you that way.
Why?
Just a thought.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if that's your solution, I guess we can try it. The inside of this house is much lovelier than the outside. There's lots of polished wood everywhere. It looks incredibly expensive. There's a very small stained glass window, like to the east, that's letting some nicely fragmented colored light in, spilling across the floor. It smells of nutmeg in here, and a little bit of a smell of rotting meat. It's not amazing.
Those are not smells that go well together.
No, not at all. And he has a little wind chime hanging from right next to the door. Yes, that's
Inside.
That's where it's yes.
That's not where wind chimes go.
The wind chime is not moving.
Okay.
It's just a chime, I suppose.
You hit it when you're walking past.
You walk past an entrance to the kitchen to your left, and you see a staircase, a spiral staircase leading upward to a second floor to your right, but directly ahead of you is a little door that he opens. A weirdly small door that doesn't seem like it was designed with half-orcs walking down the stairs in mind, but there are some rough stairs going downward. There is no light coming from down below. He says, that's odd. They had a torch when they went down there. I don't see it, though.
Before we go down, I ask, anybody can't see in the dark?
I'm looking.
And even those of
no,
you
I
with
can't
dark
see in the
vision,
Okay.
you will have disadvantage on sight things if there is no light down there. It
I
counts as
can-
dim light.
Oh wait, this one first.
May I suggest, does anybody have access to light? Hey,
I thought the
That's what
druid
I'm-
did.
That's what I'm looking for. I thought I did, but I
It's a
think
cantrip.
I have more torches
It
if
is
you guys
not-
want some. Or
Yes,
a lamp.
sure.
I got a really nice
No,
lamp.
I think we're actually
No, I
good.
Okay.
Do you have any idea why this particular ancestor is coming after you? Did
No,
you
it's-
steal his pocket knife or
No.
something?
It was the day of the New Year was the first time it happened. Well, not the day of the New Year. Yeah, the day of the New Year. Yeah. It was sort of. The middle of the night, I woke up as I heard my grandfather's voice. And, I mean, it was a shock, of course, because she's been dead for 25 years, and I figured I was dreaming. I used to get the night terrors pretty often. Then I started taking this medicine that my doctor prescribed to me, and those went away. I thought, oh, maybe the medicine's no longer potent. Maybe I'm developing a resistance to it. But then I looked up, and my grandfather was standing in the room. And he was blue, and I could see right through him. And he had a kitchen knife in his hand. He didn't say a word to me.
A real kitchen knife or like a spirit kitchen knife?
It looked real when he was holding it. I don't know. I wasn't really... No, I don't know. But he was running his hand up and down the back of the knife, and he was just looking at me. And I said, "No, Grandpa, you're dead." But I couldn't move, and I couldn't say anything more after that. And so I just kind of... I'm ashamed to say, but I'm a man, I can say it. I wet the bed. I think anybody would have. And at some point I fell asleep, and when I woke up, he wasn't there. But there was a puddle at his feet.
And your feet?
And, well...
On
yes.
his mattress.
And my mattress, really, yes. But there was a puddle at his feet, and it smelled like tea. It was very strange. And then, it's 3 out of 5 nights since then, the same thing happens. I wake up in the middle of the night, and my grandpa is there with, well, it's a different kitchen utensil each time. One day was an ice pick. We haven't had any ice around here since the time I've been here, so I feel like my ice pick isn't going to get much use. Another time he had the tea kettle, and it was like red hot on the bottom. It looked pretty frightening, to be perfectly honest. Another time he had the meat hammer. Another time he had the sausage grinder. I'm getting more perturbed with every passing day. The nights that I don't wake up to find him, I'm almost scareder than not, because I think, well, maybe I woke up in the morning, but I'm dreaming and I'm going to go to the toilet and he'll be waiting for me there. And that's not happened, but I think it could. And so I'd like you guys to get this sorted out for me.
Okay. Sure.
I've been asking around and nobody has wanted to help, so I put up a notice on the board.
All right. Well, first off, before we go down into the crypt, I think that it might be beneficial if I and the others check the kitchen, because I feel like that since he's grabbing implements from the kitchen, there might be a meaning behind it inside of said kitchen.
Well, see, that makes sense to me.
Did he ever want to be a chef? I mean, maybe he's just living out his desires.
So far as I know, he never cooked a day in his life. We
Maybe
had servants who did that.
Maybe he harbored a secret desire to cook and was never able to, and so now, in the afterlife, he's trying to fulfill that urge.
I suppose it's possible. In a case like that, don't you think he would just appear in the kitchen and, like, make me a breakfast for when I wake up?
Well, maybe he's trying to let you know that he doesn't know how. He'd like some cooking lessons. Have you considered hiring?
I've never thought of that.
Or maybe he thinks that you should be a cook. At some point.
Maybe it's a message from the spirit world
I
saying
enjoy
that you should
cooking
be
a lot.
cook.
I do cook.
Oh.
I cook very nice
Maybe he's
things.
ashamed of you for cooking.
Why?
Because he never cooked.
Oh, that makes
Just
sense.
throwing things out there.
That's possible.
I don't understand the ways of your ancestors. They seem very confusing.
So
We're a fun family.
So while you all are checking that out,
Yeah.
is it possible for you to kind of sketch me out a plan of the
Oh,
crypt?
yeah. Let me draw that out for you right here.
All right.
So we
I
have
hope
some
you don't
idea
mind.
of
I
what
only
we're
have
going-
this here paper that has 1-inch shreds on it, so...
That's fine.
Go down there with information. That's awfully special and forward thinking of you.
So it's like this. The stairs are kind of right here, you see. Mm-hmm. And there's kind of the stairway here, and we have a big old metal door. It's a really great piece of work right here that you need a key to open it, but it's already open because of the other guys who went down. Just in case any poisonous gases or anything leak from corpses down there. And kind of opens up like this a little bit. And we kind of got the, the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet here, if I remember correctly. And we have our little supply room over here. And that's more of like this kind of size.
Why does a crypt need a supply room?
Well, yes, it's more of the actual basement, I suppose. We keep stuff down there, not really crypt stuff,
You
I
have to go
suppose.
through the crypt to get to the basement.
Yes, because I forgot when we built the house that I needed a basement.
Oh.
And so we just added one on there. We couldn't do it right here because there was rock there. And the dwarves said no, that would be too expensive on our budget. And I didn't want to go over our budget because we were already 10% over what was already quoted to me.
I love this guy.
And so it
This is dwarven work then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had a bunch of dwarves. We got on contract with the embassy.
Is that corner supposed to be off, or did you have a stroke right there?
He does twitch a little bit. Yeah, that's supposed to be like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the load-bearing corner right there. We built a little triangular pillar of stone right there, and it keeps it good. Keeps it from all falling apart, And so the ancestors are like right here, and here, and here. 3 generations, and then we have a whole bunch of space to add more ancestors when we die.
What is it, 1 box for each generation?
Yeah, that's
Just
how we
throw 'em all
roll.
in there?
And we got little sconces in the back, so that we can put some lanterns down there for some nice lighting.
Are there lanterns down there now?
No, 'cause there wasn't any need for it because we weren't going to do any festivals or anything in the near future.
You have lanterns down there. You have lanterns that we can put down there for lighting.
Yeah, I got some lanterns over here. I just bought them a couple months ago. Here, you guys can have them.
Fantastic.
It gives these guys some bullseye lanterns.
Oh, awesome.
And it says there are some doors that go off to rooms that were never finished, though. The dwarves said they were gonna do the contract work for me, and they just stopped one day, and then I went to the embassy and I said, "Hey, what's the big deal here? I have some more work that I need to have done." And they said, I'm sorry, we can't go any further. And so I said, oh, you guys kind of suck. And he said, I'm sorry, sir. And so he said they could just stone over the rooms they had started, and he said they would do that for free. So I said, okay. So yeah, that's the map of my crypt.
All right. Well, with that in mind,
Now, how many people went down there earlier
4.
today? 4?
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard anything from them?
3 hours or so. That was when they went down. I set them out some biscuits and tea and some sausages for when they come back, but it's all cold now. You guys can have it if you want. I can warm it back up for you and make you some more.
Humans,
I have some really good
dwarves,
sausages.
you know.
Oh, there was an elf, and everybody else was humans. They had looked like a priest kind of guy, and everybody else had these big hammers. And they were wearing white robes with these red symbols on the front. There was some weird abstract kind of thing.
Have you heard any sounds or
Nope,
anything
not a
coming
one.
out of-
But it's really thick floors and walls. It's good craftsmanship. It's like dwarves. They do good work.
Have you ever considered being an adventurer? Because I kind of want you to come with us.
All I've
This guy's awesome.
I'm afraid that kind of life isn't really my sort of style. I like the comfort of living here in this nice place with my ancestors to keep
Where
me
the hell is
company.
Rillian?
Where is really? He was with you.
Did you leave him there? Did you forget him?
Oh, he was with me? Oh, hell, I don't know where he was.
Well, he wasn't with me. It
You
wasn't my
haven't
turn
seen
to
Rillian
watch him.
in literal days. He's here somewhere. Who knows what he's getting himself into?
The tagline for this whole thing is,
Probably.
"Where is really?"
Probably passed out.
Was he in the bar fight?
Rillian was not in the bar fight.
Okay.
No.
I don't remember the last place I saw Rillian.
He came with you to the big hotel.
Nobody remembers really.
He disappeared into the servants' quarters, and you never saw him after that.
Maybe he works for the hotel now.
That's possible.
It's a better place for him.
We'll have to check on him. Hey,
Okay.
yeah.
He
So,
just-
Will
I haven't
wielding
seen him in a while.
teapots.
after he's done explaining things to us, Rortrin, he's going to go to the kitchen, detect magic.
All right.
Hey.
You detect a necromantic presence in the kitchen.
You just like run all around the house while you've got the thing
There's
active.
just kind of like a layer of dust over stuff in the kitchen. Stuff that
Hey.
doesn't seem to have been touched recently, and the dust carries this just very faint necromantic signature.
I'm going to. What is this guy's name again?
He never gave you a name. I never gave him a name. His name is Gion.
Gion. Okay.
Yeah, totally not because Dungeon's last few letters are Gion or anything.
And you just happen to be looking at the word dungeon.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, Gion, friend, you say that.
Gion Dunson. That's his name now.
So, Mr. Gion.
Yeah?
You say you're a cook.
Oh, I'm not a cook. I cook things, though.
Yeah.
I am not employed gainfully, if that is what you are asking.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
I noticed that you haven't been using some utensils here, and I point out the necromantic items.
Well, yeah, to tell you the truth, I've just not had a chance to use most of this stuff. It's just more than I can, do most of the stuff with. I inherited a lot of this from, well, not so much inherited so much as the servants. When we moved, we didn't take the servants with us, and so they just kind of left their stuff. Can you give me perception rolls?
You say
everybody?
we. Do other people live here with you?
No.
No?
No.
You just refer to yourself in the plural?
My parents are dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I put them down in the basement.
No
unfortunately.
wife, no kids.
No.
That's a total of 4 for perception.
Okay.
I
Anybody
got you beat. I got an 8.
Nice.
Oh, I missed the call.
Crypt, did you perceive?
18.
12.
Okay. Crypt, you realize what is painfully obvious, but nobody else does, of course, that the objects that have the dust on them that Rortrin is pointing out are the objects that the ghost was apparently wielding. One of the kitchen knives, the dinkiest of them, the sausage grinder, the ice pick, and a tea kettle that is covered in a silver tarnish. So yeah, there is one more that also has the dust on it that he didn't mention, and that is, and also the meat tenderizing hammer. The one that was not mentioned is the mandolin, which is a very fancy invention that looks pretty brand new, but nonetheless has the dust on it. Did you share this with the others?
Yeah.
And to Guion as well,
Oh.
because
How about that?
yeah, maybe it's because you're
Suppose
not.
this is his ghost dust then.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh, so you haven't been using these particular items?
No, I can't say that I've had the chance to recently.
Maybe it's maybe if you do use those items, he'll stop bothering you.
I could. I can do all that right now.
Yeah.
He starts gathering the things onto a little kitchen island, and he starts doing some kind of prep work with some kind of foul-smelling meat.
I'm pretty sure he's just dreaming.
So where is
I
the
don't think
crypt in
there's a
relation
ghost.
to the kitchen?
The kitchen is so effectively the kitchen's like over here, and there's a stair going up that's like right there.
Okay.
Right. So we'll go down, check, and see if everything's all right with those other individuals. All right.
All right.
Hey.
Sounds good.
Hey, well, you do some prep work over here. You try to work with those items, you know. Oh, maybe
just
you
have
do a
one
little
question.
song with the mandolin.
Oh, I don't really
Not
sing.
that kind of mandolin.
Right. I've only got one question.
What?
Do you prefer lemon or lemon verbena?
I prefer lemon.
Okay, I'll use that then. He held up a very moldy lemon, and then he put it back down and patted it lovingly. He provides you with the lanterns that he said he would. Do you have anything else you wish to ask of him?
I think we've got more than sufficient information.
All right.
And with that in mind, we'll descend the stairs. And I take it then that
Do you want me to go down first? And
yeah,
stealth down there and see?
I think you might be good on that. But
Do you have light?
I don't. Let me go down without the light first and see what I can see.
All right.
he
Do
is
you
an
have
elf
dark
after
vision?
all.
Oh, okay.
You do have dark vision, so that allows you to see in dim light without a light source. So you creep down. Can you make me a perception roll at disadvantage?
Okay. 9.
Okay, you squint your elfy eyes as you creep down the stairs, and you look around, and you can see faintly in black and white a bunch of bones scattered on the floor.
I don't see any sign of these 4 people.
You see no. And the bones are clearly the bones of more than 4 people.
Okay.
They look very old and dusty.
I don't see anything immediately dangerous.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm going
You
to...
see the 3 big coffins that are back here.
We should have found out which one this particular ancestor was supposed to have come from.
He said it was the one on the right
Ah,
here,
okay.
I believe.
Grandpa.
Probably.
So I'm going to kind of gesture back at them to come down the staircase there. And I'm going to move...
What's your marching order?
Hand me my mini there.
This one?
I'll be middle. Oh,
I'm going to move over toward that corner.
but
of the world.
first off,
Can either of you see in the
Uh,
dark?
I'm going to suggest that you carry a torch and also the lanterns. You just have them on to the side. Hey, to be yourself, because... Or, you know what? I'll take the lanterns and put them onto, like, the
Okay.
belt. Oh, and you have a torch.
I've got
Or,
a light
no,
on the end of
you
my
have
staff.
Light.
Alright, are you guys going to bother with the lanterns?
I'd like to put them up once we're down there, but
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not going to turn them on right now.
Alright, so you carry the lanterns down. So who's coming immediately before Nicassius?
Nicassius is
Behind
going
him.
down first.
Yes.
I'll go down behind him and get the light.
Alright.
Alright, can you Duncanify
I'll
over here? Thank
I'll
you.
go down third. I guess.
Breaker. Alright.
And I guess the wizard will be taking up the
My
rear.
penis there.
The little tiny one.
I'm sorry.
Give
He
that,
has
Give
shrunken.
that little unfinished voice of love.
Rillian is, of course, not here. Haha, Rillian.
And
You're
neither
serving
is
people.
Ragdoll.
Neither is Ragdoll. See a creep down. Now that the light is down here, you can see there are some streaks of red on some of the bones. And you can see that this wall has been broken inward. There are broken bits of rock and a passage going backward that way.
What about the crypts? Do they appear to be broken?
They do not appear to be disturbed.
But yet we have all these bones.
Do you see any sign of the previous party at all?
You
has
see
been
no
through here?
sign of them.
They're dead.
Aside from some like footprints on the ground leading up to the crypts.
Do they go into the other room or just the crypt?
Just this main room here. There are some footprints leading to here, but only one pair
Coming in or going out?
going out.
Going out.
Alright, we need to check in that other room there.
Yeah, I would say that we first check the rooms that we know about, and then we go into the ones that we don't know what's in there.
You want to put the lanterns in there so we are not working in the dark?
Okay, so we're going to put the lanterns into the...
You put a lantern in each of the
alcoves.
3 alcoves, and you light them.
Does that stir the spirits by any chance?
Does not seem to.
Where are you going?
Well, now the lanterns are going to screw my dark vision all to hell. So I'm going to go a short ways down into that so I
Yep.
can see what's down there.
All right.
Yeah, send one guy down the scary passage.
Yes, that's
Yes.
my job is to
They
go to the
did.
scary
We didn't even
place.
check the basement first.
You guys are down over there. They need to go past you to get to me. I'm worried about what's that way with the footprint.
You shouldn't go down there alone.
I didn't say I was going down
You
there.
literally just said, I'm going down there alone.
Far enough so that I can take a look and see.
There's a little sort of
no
passageway down there. It is not nice finished stone like all of this. It is a very rough, dank-looking hallway. It smells of blood.
But it was broken into
Yes.
from the direction of the passage?
It was broken into
Oh,
the
so
passage.
into the passage, okay.
Into the
Yes.
passage.
Okay.
And
Well,
how far does this little passageway look like
It seems to
goes?
go about 15 feet and
how
then
far
turn to
can
the
you
left.
see?
30 feet, I think. You guys put the lanterns in the alcoves and you illuminate the room with, lantern light. Nothing changes.
Well, we need to check out that room there.
All right.
See if there's any sign of people.
Breaker pokes his head into this room. It looks like a storage room. You don't see any people in here. You see some barrels, some crates. There's a table.
Breaker, does anything appear to be disturbed?
Do they
There's a
look like?
shovel.
Does it look like they've been here? Are there any footprints or anything obvious that shows that somebody's been in here recently?
No, it doesn't look like any of them went in here at all.
Nope.
Do I see any glow of light coming from that
You do
corner? I do not. Well, then I'm going to sneak down that way.
All right, you sneakity sneak. Can you make me a stealth roll, please?
Yeah.
We should
So that I
follow.
can peer my head around the corner.
Yes.
We should follow the elf before he gets himself killed.
You're busy over there. Leave me alone. Last thing I need is you noisy asses, bopping around.
I can be very quiet.
Yes, I'm sure you can. Let's see, it'd be a 15.
All right. You pop your head around the corner, and you see the passage open up into a small cave. This small cave holds a pool of water. There is a stalagmite, right? Ceiling.
Stalactites are the ones on the top.
A ceiling one. It is. It is.
Ceiling
It
pointy
is
rock.
a ceiling pointy rock is dripping water down into this here pool. The water looks like it has an oily sheen to it.
Okay, well, I'm going to retreat.
A frog
quietly.
jumps into the water.
Oh, good for the frog. I'm going to retreat quietly back into that room and very quietly let them know what's over there.
Just to be clear, you have drawn a breast.
I know. I was hoping it was going to look more like an eye.
Yeah, it does look more like an eye from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is everything.
Mhm.
It's either body horror or just body.
It's either for body horror or it's just some sexual organ of some kind.
This
Yes.
room, however, does not look anything like anything, so congratulations on that.
It kind of looks like a foot here. It's got toes.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of alien creature. Right, so you
So
don't...
what did you see down there?
There's a small cave with a pool of water with a frog.
No further tunnels leading off of that?
Not that I noticed.
Should we go down there? No sign whatsoever of the people?
No, I didn't see anything.
Did you follow the footprints, or have you just walked over them?
The footprint trail just kind of disappeared.
I'm sure I just walked over them.
You hear a faint splash come from that room.
I would suggest that we investigate that little area. I have detect magic on, and I'm able to examine. And
Send him down first.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down there as well.
Okay.
all right, so I'm going to just have the bard in front of me. Hey,
You're gonna go first? You play the bagpipe as you go?
No.
Okay.
Well, as far as I know, my bagpipe's still broken, so.
It is still broken.
Oh, you
I'm
never
sorry.
fixed it?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll get it fixed next time I'm with the.
So you
with
conga
the-
line down
Well,
the
we
spooky
can't
passage.
do much different.
conga line down with bagpipe music.
And you
Sad bagpipe.
find yourself in the tiny little cave with the pool of water with the greasy sheen on it, which now has a floating meaty something. It's kind of bobbing on the surface.
We'll look at the ceiling. See if anything.
Yeah, that was not there a moment ago.
Are you sure?
Quite.
There's another splash as a chunk of meat falls from the ceiling, some little crack or crevice in the ceiling into the water.
How high is the
Splashing.
ceiling?
Oh, about 20 feet. It's a higher ceiling than it
Well,
is.
Well,
you know,
luckily it's illuminated by
Hold the light up
light,
and-
so.
Yeah, I can see the ceiling
Yes.
clearly with my light. So what do I
It's
see
a
up
very
there?
rough stone ceiling with lots of menacing shadows and stuff. So you see what is probably a little crevice leading upward, but with no light coming through it.
You know, somebody fish that thing out of there. See
And
what it
when
is.
the meat falls, I'm afraid Crypt gets splashed with a little bit of grease water.
Terrible.
You smell foul. And then some kind of a very thick liquid begins to drizzle down the stalactite.
I'm gonna take a step back, cause yeah, taking a step back seems prudent.
Yeah.
And I get, not performance, perception rolls from everybody.
Alright, what is that? Okay, that's
13.
a 21.
17.
Let's see, 20.
Alright. Nicassius and Rortrin. This appears to be a human leg that has fallen, or the leg of a humanoid.
It has fallen from that.
Yes.
Is that actually living that's above us?
Doesn't look like it, looks like rock.
Oh boy. I inform the group of what I observe.
I'm going to take a sling stone and hit that thing.
Breaker squicked
Just
right
to
the hell
see.
out.
Okay. Can you make me an attack roll, please?
Ah, 7. Oh, glorious.
Your
start
rock
to my
smacks
day.
the ceiling and falls into the water. It makes a little plunk. And then bobs to the surface, weirdly enough.
Interesting.
The human leg is slowly sinking into the oil.
And the stone is floating.
The stone is floating.
Who wants to go over there and check that out? Cause I don't.
Sure.
Send the little one.
Alright, let's send the little
Where are
one.
we going up there?
Little
I
one
don't
is sent.
know.
Uh,
Somebody toss him up there.
Yeah, how are you going to get 20
We,
feet
we
up
don't
in the air?
have
I don't
our
know.
we don't have our strength. Our strength is busy making a chest.
Well, the
set.
thing about this is that it's also like, you said it's rough, right?
Yep.
Hey, so I assume that you can possibly find some handholds.
Yeah, you want to try to find
Sure.
some handholds? Alright,
Keep
you
in
walk
mind
up
you're
to
not
the
at
wall.
Tabaxi anymore.
I know.
You walk up to the wall. Can you make me an acrobatics roll, please? Or an athletics?
14.
Okay. You carefully climb the wall and manage to get to the seam where the wall meets the ceiling.
For God's sake, don't fall in. I am not getting you.
Now, the ceiling is going to be a lot harder for you to clamber across. Can you give me another athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer?
Ooh, 23.
All right. Well, thankfully, your hands are very small, and you're able to slip your fingers into cracks
Nobody got
that
the
other
Dungeoneer's kit with
larger
the
people may not have been
climbing
able to.
equipment.
And you're able to kind of carefully make your way over to where the things may have fallen from. You're able to stick pretty much your entire arm up this crevice that widens out the further up you reach. It does feel like stone, very wet stone, all the way up. When you pull your arm out, it's covered in blood and grease.
Ah.
And you have a little fleck of something under your fingernails.
How's it going up
Okay.
there?
It's going to be harder for you to continue climbing.
It's wet.
It's wet.
It's bloody.
Oh,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, and I'm not up there.
No.
How are you getting down?
I don't know.
Rortrin, have you ever heard of such a thing?
Have I heard of such a thing?
Can you give me
Of body parts falling from the ceiling? Who has
You
heard
don't
of
know.
that?
You haven't heard of this. Nobody would have heard of this.
I have never heard of something like this. It's just falling from above.
Okay, neither have I.
I guess a giant could have, I don't know, thrown a thing up in the sky and it came down somewhere else, but it's not like the sky here, it's the ceiling.
Was this guy's ancestor like a serial killer by any chance?
Not that you're aware of.
Because, I mean, he didn't say.
So the kitchen was right above us, wasn't it?
Yes. More or
How
less.
far down did we go?
Well, you
Like-
went like, I don't know.
Can't go too far in a 10-foot staircase.
No, I'm just
Right.
wondering how much space is between the ceiling and the house.
I mean, maybe 10 feet.
So this is coming from the kitchen, presumably.
We need to hire somebody to dig from the kitchen to the...
Or we could
Gee.
just look for the garbage disposal.
Yeah, is he throwing bodies in the garbage disposal? And it's missing whole legs?
Is that what he's actually making for food?
I mean,
I don't know. I have questions, though.
I have many
about
questions.
Because we're underneath the kitchen,
I mean, there's only one.
presumably, give or take a little bit.
I mean, there's only one other place where we can investigate, and I don't know if we want to investigate into that. And he points to the pool.
if we go up there, can we find the exact point in the house that's right above this?
How are you planning on doing that?
Does anybody have a 10-foot pole?
A 10-foot?
No.
I do not walk around with a 10-foot pole. I left
I
it
don't
in
even
the
have
hotel.
a spear or anything.
You have a spell that lets you, like, mark your position.
You know,
If only we had a ranger.
Well,
He doesn't have a pole.
I have the Wanderer background, which is I have an excellent memory for maps / geography and features, so maybe I can, use my
You can-
amazing sense of direction to...
You can count your steps and the amount of distance you're covering with it.
That doesn't sound like a particularly amazing skill. That sounds like something
But-
anyone can do.
You're right.
Now,
You can still do it.
so if he's killing things upstairs and hiding them,
Why would he be hiring people? Is that how he gets people in here? Jesus Christ, we need to get out of here. We're about to get killed.
careful.
who's Jesus?
He's from my mountain tribe. You wouldn't understand. He's a cool guy.
Was there anything in that storeroom
No, well,
that was unusual at all?
was
Not
there
that you
food
remember.
in there? Like
There were
actual
barrels
food?
and crates. There was no exposed food. There was a
What
table.
in there? Did
Did
you
you
check
look-
in the crate?
No, I just looked in to see if the people were in there. We can go check it out.
Probably do that.
Have we
I'm
actually-
still on the ceiling, by the way.
Actually, that's a
Somebody
good question.
catch him.
A trail of sausages starts to slowly descend from the ceiling.
Oh,
They're links in a chain. They smell foul.
What?
A cockroach is crawling across one of them. They come slowly down, 7 of them. And then once the 7th has fallen, they slowly slide and plop down into the water. The stone is sinking by this point. The sausages float.
This place scares the crap out of me. Yes?
I'm going to take another stone and toss it onto that pool to see if it floats and then causes the sausages to sink.
Alright.
Like maybe there's
How
only
big is
one.
this stone?
Maybe
One
each
thing floating
each
at a
thing
time.
that goes in, right, may cause the other things to. It's just, I'm going to take a sling stone
Okay.
and toss
Did
it
you
on there.
detect any magic in the pool, or is that no longer active?
Well, 10 minutes of detect
You
magic.
detect no magic in the pool.
I detect nothing. I know nothing. I detect nothing.
The sausages weren't magic?
The surface of the water stirs.
Goody.
A very shiny, large bald head rises out of the middle of the water.
Grandpa,
With these-
you're home.
With these very tiny little eyes and this very flat face. A big, long, webbed arm reaches out and slaps down on the stone at the edge of the pool, and a weird, slippery monstrosity starts to drag itself out of
I
the water.
promise the frog was not this big a minute ago.
I think you upset him.
I may have.
Somebody get Crypt down.
Poor Crypt.
Yeah. Crypt,
Crypt, you
may-
watched in horror as the sausages slid past you.
It might be better if Crypt stays up there for like
Actually-
a drop-down sneak attack.
Yeah, I mean, a drop imp.
Okay.
This thing makes a bubbling sound as it comes out.
Is it aggressive?
We're about
It doesn't
to find
seem to
out.
be. It just kind of stands up slowly and is kind of swaggering around. It's got a sausage drip over its shoulder.
Hello.
It kind of paws it off of its shoulder and shoves it into its mouth and kind of gnashes it, raw sausage meat dribbling down
Does it
its
seem
chin.
to notice that we're standing there?
Not terribly. It's squinting at the light and blinking profusely. It looks disoriented.
I speak in Abyssal. Hello?
It does not respond, but it turns towards you and goes kind of dribbles some red foam from its mouth.
Have you say hello in primordial? I'll say that. Hello?
It turns towards you. Hello.
I give everybody a thumbs up.
Oh, good.
Oh. Oh.
Who are you?
Oh. I don't feel good.
We're very sorry to disturb your rest.
Here's our time to rise, finally upon us.
Not yet. Not just yet. Have you risen before, recently?
You do not sound like yourself, brother.
Sorry, I have a cold.
How long has it been since the time of timing?
A week.
I feel much older than that, brother.
Okay, you can go back to sleep. It's not time to get up yet.
Without a word, he turns and flops back into the pool.
Okay.
Can everybody make me a dexterity saving throw?
I don't
Oh,
think
no.
that was Grandpa. Oh god.
That's going to be a 12.
Okay.
Same here.
13.
21.
12.
What was that, Crypt?
I'm trying to decide what number that
Well, Crypt is
actually
still on the
was.
ceiling.
The Crypt is on the ceiling.
It must be
I
a hell
am
of
on
a
the
splash.
You can give me an advantage on that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe it's
Okay, what was it,
it?
Dex?
Yeah.
Dex.
Yes.
That'd be 23.
Okay,
There you go.
none of you are splashed.
Oh my god.
Hallelujah. The grease flies right past you.
Well, I'm going to
A toe
turn.
drops from the ceiling and
I'm gonna
smacks the
turn-
creature on the head as it sinks below.
A what
the ground.
does?
A toe.
A toe.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to turn toward Breaker, and I'm going to ask, do you even know what that was? Did you ask what it was?
He didn't say anything. He asked if it was time to get up. It was time for for them to rise up.
Have you ever seen such a creature before in your wanderings?
Have I ever seen such a creature before?
Can you give me a nature roll, please?
12.
No.
Actually, I'm
No.
a hunter.
Can you give me a nature roll, please?
That's not even close.
No.
Have you?
I'm sure I have not.
No.
But I don't think this is Grandpa.
Well, no, that doesn't match the description of what he's...
But he likes sausages.
I mean, he made do with what he had. He didn't necessarily like them.
Question is, do we...
Why is nobody questioning why body parts are falling from the ceiling?
Well,
I'm-
we're questioning it. We just
Okay.
need to go
I wish
upstairs and
Ragdoll was
question.
here.
I think we
but
need to question
I'm
it
going to go
slightly
back
harder.
here and look at this rubble.
Yep.
Does it look like those are fresh, sharp edges where
Yes.
this is broken? Okay, so this is recent. I don't have his expertise. I wish Ragdoll was here.
Back at the embassy, Ragdoll sneezes.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go back out into the crypt room and take a closer look at the bones that you said were red stained
Yes. Alright.
and see.
I think we need to go up to the kitchen and find out if
I
he's dropping
want
body parts down the garbage
find
disposal.
information before I
That seems
go
like more
see.
pertinent information.
Well, if you want to go upstairs, I'll be happy to hang out down
I don't
here.
think we should
Well,
separate like we
first,
just
I'm
did.
going to help Crypt come down from the
Yay,
ceiling.
finally.
How are you going to help Crypt come down from the ceiling?
I'm going to just hold out my arms and be like,
Now, this ought to
this
be
is
good.
going to not work out great,
No,
but
don't do it, Crypt.
it's going to work out
Don't
better.
trust the wizard, he has noodle arms.
Crypt,
You climbed up there. Can't you climb down?
Remember
No!
how he couldn't hold a pickaxe?
Okay, well don't
Or no, an axe, it's
don't
just
do
an
this
axe.
over top of the pool. Get away from the
I can't
pool.
climb down. My arm's slimy and bloody.
This is true.
And at
Okay,
any moment,
okay,
more
okay.
sausages could come. You just can't handle that right now.
Sausages.
All right, hands out.
We just
Okay.
hold like a blanket between us and jump into it.
Would you like to do that?
Just can't.
That'd be better than what he's suggesting. Yes.
All right, I'm going to call out the breaker. I need you in here for a moment. Can you help?
I take my clothes off
Hey,
and
why
stretch
did you
it
just
between
fly
us.
up and get me?
What? I can't fly.
You can't fly? You can't bird?
No, I can't bird.
What bird?
I call up. I can't bird until I'm level 5.
Bird powers cannot activate.
I can turn into a bear. You can land on
Not
me.
a bear with wings, though. That was last campaign.
Oh.
All right, so
So we
Yeah,
got,
all
we
right.
got
All
a cloak
right,
stretched
make
out
me
between
acrobatics,
us.
please, Crypt.
So it'd be good.
we're aiding. So with that,
15.
So you made your 15. Now I need one of you to make me an athletics roll, and the other person to give inspiration.
I will give inspiration.
Yeah.
Well, not inspiration, but
That's a-
aid.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, roll again.
Roll again.
Jesus Christ. That's a 5.
Crypt lands gracefully on the clothes, and
I drop him.
It comes out of both of your hands, and Crypt goes right into the pool.
We weren't holding it over the pool.
Oh!
We were
But-
holding
but-
it to the side
So
of
the
it.
problem is,
I was like
Crypt,
right over the pole.
Crypt is over the pool and can't use one of his hands to.
You didn't
to
climb
come
back to
across.
the wall?
I can't climb. One of my arms is slimy.
We were stretching the thing out over the pool?
Yes, that was your
God,
only
we're
recourse.
brilliant. We are so smart.
Unless Crypt would like to try to climb off to the
No,
side first.
I
Okay,
can't.
so Crypt splashes into the pool and is now tangled in Breaker's
For
clothes.
God's sake. I reach in really quick, see if I can grab the...
Alright, athletics, please.
That worked out so well the first time. 18, thank God.
Hey.
Alright, can you give me a not die roll, please? Can you, we'll say Constitution saving throw.
Is he in the little bundle? Can I just pull the whole
Uh,
thing out?
Yes.
He's
However,
very small.
Crypt is being strangled by sausages at this point.
Jesus
Unfortunately,
Christ,
accidentally. So can you please make me a Constitution saving throw, Crypt?
Crypt. There's one thing of sausage in there and you had to find
14.
it and get tangled.
Okay, you're able to rip the
Links.
goat gut from around your throat, and are able to escape Breaker's
You guys for
cloak.
5 seconds.
Well, it's why you don't split the
You are
party.
covered in grease.
Stupid
Just
things
don't get
happen.
set on fire, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
And I'm afraid your clothes are also covered in grease
You
and
smell
sausage.
awful.
I'm sorry.
I
No, I
come away, hey, smelling like roses.
The primordial does not stir.
God. My God. Okay.
Yeah, let's get
out.
out of here.
So, do the bones look? Does the red look like blood on them, or like an ochre
It looks like very dried meat.
dried meat?
It is. The bones look very old too.
Does the meat look very old?
Yes.
Do you relay that information to us at all?
Well, yes. Now that you all are coming out there, stinking up the room.
All right.
Nothing happened.
Nothing. I don't even want to know what happened.
I'm going to
But
suggest.
none of the crypts look disturbed.
Crypt is raging
This
out
crypt
his
is
scarf.
very disturbed.
But none of those look
Did
disturbed.
it get on your scarf?
Yeah, it's just,
It's just wringing out his
Now,
scarf.
now your poor bear.
oh, right, my bear.
Aw,
Now
poor
it's a
bear.
grease
Oh.
bear.
Jesus.
My bear.
All right, so
It will not hold its
A thin
value
stream
now.
of lard descends from your scarf as you wring it out.
Ew.
So Rortrin, he's going to say, "You think we should probably check the crypts if they're opened or not? If these bones belong in there?"
Did you all put the lanterns in the notches
Yeah.
before?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're still lit.
Well, let's do a little more thorough inspection of the coffins and make sure
Alright.
that the bones have not
Okay.
actually come out. Because otherwise, where have the bones come from?
All right. So you three
Yep.
are going to do that then?
Well, of course, you got to be off doing your own thing, I guess.
Well, it only makes sense economically
It totally
that
makes sense.
I'm going to go check.
It works so well
That
every
room.
other time.
All right.
I don't want to. You guys are accident prone.
The
why
storeroom
you need to be
is
with
full
us.
of barrels and crates, one table, and a little shovel.
Okay. Well, I am going to examine these barrels
Alright.
and crates and wonder why there's a shovel in here.
Give me an investigation, please.
11.
All right. You are able to pry open the barrels, and you find them full of salted fishes. The crate is full of potatoes.
Potatoes and fish.
Okay, so this guy does eat actual food. He doesn't just.
Potatoes and fish.
Did we hear that?
No.
It's Grandpa. He wants us to make him fish.
Fish and potatoes.
Yes.
Maybe he wants fish and
Does the
chips.
floor look
Perhaps.
disturbed at all?
It does not.
I'm
But
disturbed.
there's a shovel.
There's a
Yeah,
shovel. It's an old shovel with dust on it.
All right, so we're checking the tomb.
Yes, you are. So these here coffins are big old coffins made of stone with big old heavy covers. It's going to take 2 people to get one of these off. I need 2 people to make me athletics rolls.
All right, I'm going to do it. And Crypt, would you like to with your?
Sure.
No, not Crypt. Crypt is 2.5 feet tall. What's he gonna do?
He's 3 feet.
Yeah, but Crypt is stronger than you are.
I think you're stronger.
I'm a strength
Strong
of
are
10.
you?
What's your...
Mine's 8.
Mine's 7.
Why is mine? I should have much higher.
Lord,
strength.
let me
Okay, it
come
may
out-
take more than 2 of you. You know what?
How do you have a 7? I thought you couldn't go lower than 8. Seriously, how do you have a 7?
Did you roll?
I rolled it with
Yes,
in front
you
of
did.
you.
He's special.
You
That
wanna-
wasn't a good idea.
Okay, well, I guess I will come out there and help these people try and... Which sarcophagus are we opening?
I would
Grandpa's?
suggest we go with Grandpa's first.
Okay.
And
Where the hell is Crypt?
Yeah.
Are you
Over there.
helping?
Yes, Crypt is
Are
helping.
you just giving
All
moral
right.
support? I'm just giving you
Everybody
moral
make me
support from
athletics
back
rolls,
here.
please.
Oh, fine.
hey, not bad. That's going to be a total
Ooh.
of 16.
That 20 plus 2.
Let's see. Athletics, you said?
Why?
Yes.
Why did
That'd be a
why?
12.
All right. So Breaker slips and cracks his back on the ground. Thankfully, it doesn't hurt him too much.
I thought you were observing.
The
I
rest
was
of
going to. He said everyone make a strength roll, and I'm like, okay, I guess I may. as
Breaker
well.
wasn't even trying. He just hurt himself watching.
I was giving moral support, and
The
I
rest of
bumped
you
too hard.
heave this lid off the coffin. It slams to the ground beside it, and you see the corpses of 3 humans and an elf, all naked, stuffed together in a Tetris-like fashion in the bottom of this coffin.
We're in the house of a serial killer, guys. We need to leave.
We are indeed
Do
in
they
the house
have
of the
all
serial
the
killer.
body parts? Are the
They do
legs
seem to have
still
all the body
attached?
parts. You see no wounds on them. They're all staring upward in horror. They don't smell
Are
very
the
nice.
eyes clouded or are they still clear?
They're clouded.
They're clouded, so they've been dead a lot longer than 4 hours.
And their hair is all white, which is pretty weird.
Yeah, I think we were in the house of a serial killer.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to head back up.
Dude, I'm looting the bodies.
Who's naked?
There's
Nothing
naked.
on any one of these bodies. You can
That's
try to pry
okay.
them out and search crevices if you wish.
Well, no, I'm just going to feel around inside the sarcophagus and see
Okay.
if there's
You
anything in
feel
there
flesh.
besides them. What?
You feel warm flesh.
Grandpa might have been buried
Oh.
with rings or something.
I think Grandpa is buried. I think Grandpa is
Why are you
scattered
looking at
across
me?
the field here.
That could very well be.
Well, no, I think whoever was scattered across the field to make room for the new guys.
Well, yeah, Grandpa. Grandpa's now been scattered across the field there.
Well, how many people's worth of bones is scattered?
A good 10 people.
I think that's
Well-
actually more. Oh
Well,
boy.
he said that this was, by generation.
Uh-huh.
He didn't say it was an individual grave.
No, I know that. So they've cleared it out to make room for the new guys. Did the guy we spoke to look physically capable of taking on 4 guys at once and stuffing them into a...
He was a half orc. He was pretty
Yeah,
bulky.
They don't have any
Not terribly
wounds on
muscular.
them.
I
say we open the middle one.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
All right.
just get the hell away so you don't have to roll
I'm not
anything. Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
everybody else. Athletics rolls, please.
I'm curious.
That's a 17.
12.
And I got a 7.
Okay. You almost pinch your hand, but thankfully you don't.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're able to drag the lid of this about 3/4 off before it catches on something. Inside seems to be the gear of all these people.
You're gonna loot that too?
Hell yes.
You see a bunch of hammers, and you see a mace, and you see a bunch of robes.
Detect magic.
All right. You find out that the mace is a +1 mace. That does its bonus damage is divine damage. Radiant, that's what it's called.
Ragdoll might like that.
I think Ragdoll might like that indeed. Indeed, I can't use it.
The none of the armor or any of the other weapons are magic. They have some kind of a holy symbol on them.
Do I recognize a holy symbol?
Can you give me religion, please?
All right. That's going to be a 22.
All right, it is some minor ascended person venerated in Imperial Cimmeria.
Any particular alignment associated with that?
Lawful good.
These folks are good.
We're good.
We're good.
They're not so great at the moment.
I'm going to take one of the uniforms
All right.
and stuff that in my pack so that we can show this to somebody.
All right.
If
All of their underwear is carefully
Do
folded.
they have blood or anything on them?
Not a drop.
And the last
Here we
crypt.
go for door number 3.
Is nobody else utterly horrified by what we're witnessing?
We
here?
are horrified. We are,
Absolutely, but we're being paid well to, put this
Right.
spirit
We're being
to rest.
thorough.
So,
What do we go up and tell him? That we've put the spirit to rest and everything's good?
Actually, we could just give him a candle and such, and we can knock him out. Oh, then we could tie him up and such and bring him to the guards because this is a serial killer.
It is a serial killer, yes.
All right. Can I get athletics from you guys?
16.
2.
That he's gotten tired.
You throw out your back a little bit. You guys drag the lid off this, and you find a corpse that looks surprisingly like your host, wearing the same clothes that he was.
Uh-huh. And you didn't want to open these.
No, I wanted to run, which is, surprisingly hasn't changed.
Well, no, because we would have gone upstairs just to go talk to him.
Okay,
we would
so
not have been prepared.
he's a ghost serial killer. How do you arrest a ghost serial killer?
That's what you guys intended to come here and do, regardless.
We weren't going to arrest him. We were just going to put him to.
You were going to stop his progress.
This
Therefore,
is-
you were going to arrest him.
This is his twin brother. He's killed his
Okay.
twin brother as well as the other guys.
He didn't mention anything about twin brother.
Why would he?
He killed him.
What would he say? I have a twin brother, and I killed him and stuffed him in a crib in my
He
basement.
doesn't have a twin brother anymore. Why would he mention it?
Okay.
He also didn't mention having
and
killed
are
the
his
other.
eyes clouded over or are they clear?
He seems to be in the same state as the
I'm
others.
sure.
Eyes clouded over, hair white.
Is he naked?
No,
Hair white.
he's wearing his clothes.
Are they fancy clothes?
Did our
They're
host have white
fairly
hair?
fancy clothes. No.
Do you think they'll fit me?
No.
Why is
You,
that the thought that goes
a
through your
scrawny
head?
wizard, are not the same frame as this corpulent half-orc noble.
Alright.
Okay, before we go, I want to look at that weird little angle
All right.
over there because it just seems
That's
odd.
just where Taylor had a stroke while he was talking.
I'm gonna
Well,
tell you
just-
that you may do that. Give me investigation, please.
Because it just seems odd. There would be no reason for a structural thing in a basement.
There's
like
not a
that if
straight
it's
line on
hewed
that
out
map.
But it's hewn out of rock. The dwarves hewed this out. There's no reason to leave that necessarily. Oh, goody. Let's see. That'd be an 11.
All right.
If only Ragdoll were here.
Yeah, it just looks weird. You have
It
no
just
idea
looks
why that
weird.
would be there, as you just
Okay.
described.
Alright. So,
Alrighty.
with that in mind, I think we better go and confront our host. What do you think, folks?
Now you didn't detect magic. You didn't detect magic on him when you were upstairs, did you, or did you not notice him?
You used detect magic while he was in the room, and you detected no magic from him.
I detected no magic. What about the magic? Anything coming from this tomb?
You detect no magic down here.
Do you have detect serial killer?
Well, we want to grab that mace
Yeah.
for Ragdoll.
Yeah, why don't you take
So
that?
I'll go ahead
since-
and
just in case.
strap that to the back of my pack.
No.
Yes.
No, what?
You don't want him to see that. You don't want him to know that we've been in there and been looting around the things he just killed.
You don't think we're going to end up in a fight in a couple of seconds?
I'm just saying.
Fine, I'll hang to the back and keep my back away from him.
I'm just saying maybe
until-
advertising the fact that we just uncovered his crime scene isn't prudent. But whatever.
Do you not think we didn't just make an ass ton of noise moving heavy sarcophagus lids?
Sarcophagi.
Did make quite a lot of noise.
But I just
We're going to have to confront him anyways. As we look at this, I would prefer it if we had the.
Or we can try and run the hell out the front
he's up
door.
there dropping legs and sausages. I'm kind of scared of this guy personally.
Oh, so am I.
I mean, you can confront him if you like. I'll be your backup bear in case he decides to
Okay,
kill you.
well, you can
On
be the
second
backup
thought, why
there.
don't we give the mace to Crypt? I'm pretty sure Crypt can use it.
Okay.
Where's
How's
Crypt?
Crypt gonna hide it?
Where's Crypt good? The mace is as long as Crypt.
Crypt, why are you so damn small?
Crypt, do you have vulnerability to radiant damage?
I have no idea.
Okay, I don't think you do. Pretty sure there aren't
Okay,
races.
He's like
that.
an unholy demon.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
he is. You can
Well-
wrap some cloth or something around the handle. Just try not to touch the head of it.
Why are we giving it to
yeah.
Crypt?
I have no
Well,
Because
idea.
I'm
he-
small.
Because he understands some simple melee weapons, and a mace happens to be a simple melee weapon.
Yeah. So there.
Are you
Okay.
gonna swing that? Whatever.
I'm big enough.
Dude,
Okay. We'll let
It's
Crypt,
pretty much like a
we'll
heavy
let-
club.
I'm a big boy.
he
Well,
just
like-
squeaks.
We'll let Crypt hang on to that then.
I can
Unless you want to hang on to it.
I want nothing to do with this
Wonderful. Okay, so now Crypt has the mace.
That's 1d6 bludgeoning, just so you know. Crypt.
+1.
Yes, +1 to hit, +1 damage.
Okay,
The
so I
plus
don't-
1 damage is radiant, the rest of it's bludgeoning.
I don't have the mace any longer. So I'm going to pass the mace over to Crypt. So now, Crypt, you get to keep, this thing
Okay.
hidden from
What was
this
the
guy.
damage?
1d6 +1.
All right.
Okay.
So you make your way back upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's
Creakety
first?
creak. Yeah, what's our march in order?
I suppose that Nicassius should probably go first.
I will go first then.
I will
I'm
follow
gonna-
after Nicassius.
I'm gonna hang towards the back since I have a mace.
Are we bringing the lanterns back up with us, or are we leaving the lanterns downstairs in the...
I'll just leave him down there.
Okay.
The door seems to be locked.
Fantastic.
Ah!
Well, that's... We didn't think to spike that open. That's good. Is there any apparent
The
way
metal
of-
door is not locked, but the wooden door
Yeah.
down is.
Oh, there's just a wooden door.
Just a wooden door that is.
Is there any apparent way to open the door from this side?
There's a handle, but it's locked.
Anybody lockpick?
That would
No.
be me.
I would just suggest you bash in the door,
Yeah, why
Oh.
be subtle when we can just break things?
Yeah, I
Says the
think I'll
wizard.
go with subtle at the moment.
Oh, this wizard can cast a catapult that can in.
This is true. All right, give
Oh,
me
hang on to your spell slot
dexterity
for...
with proficiency.
He just shouts down the stairs. Hang on to your spell slots, guys.
Dexterity with proficiency
Yes.
be 23.
All right. You very easily pick the lock. Very simple lock.
Okay.
You guys like to make me stealth rolls? You don't have to, but you
Nah.
could.
We should probably kind of try to get out of here quietly.
Yeah, I think that would be a
Okay.
good idea. I'm going to try to stealth.
13.
13 as well.
12.
11.
All right.
Wow, we're all really good.
You guys open the door.
Hey, we're
Consistent,
above.
at least.
Okay. So I'm going to come out of the door as
Yes.
if nothing has happened
Yeah.
and head back towards
There's
the
no sunlight
kitchen.
streaming in through the tiny little stained glass window.
And we were here during midday, correct?
You were here like fairly
No.
early morning.
Yeah, it was,
Is it still light
yeah,
out?
because
at least?
he was grumpy that we woke him up early in the morning.
You see no light coming through the window.
So once again, we've been in a time distortion. Nifty.
Who's there?
Oh,
From upstairs.
I guess we better go towards that. Does that sound like a familiar voice to us?
No.
I'm going to poke my head in real quick
Into the
kitchen?
kitchen?
and see what the kitchen looks like
All right.
compared to what it looked like.
You
moments
smell
ago.
the horrible smell of rotting meat and blood. Everything in here is in terrible repair. Utensils are scattered everywhere. There's a pile of what looks like just garbage in the corner, like potato peels and rotten tops of turnips and just stuff. You see like a little bone sticking from it. There are butchered pieces of meat everywhere with various bones sticking out of them, and there is a coil of sausages just kind of sitting in the middle of the kitchen in a pile of juice.
I'm going to relay that very hurriedly in a low tone of voice to the three of them there.
So, butcher shop.
Get out of here.
I don't think we can go for the main doors.
Why not? I think we should try.
You're
Who's there?
Grandpa!
Quiet. Let's
What?
try the front door, please.
Would you
Go
like to try the
ahead.
front door?
I think we need to go together.
Where's the front door?
I don't know.
the
It's not
front
on
door
the
is
map.
right over there.
It's right before
Someplace
us.
over
You-
here. How did I get volunteered for this front door?
You're
You
still
hear
in
the
the
sound
front.
of somebody walking coming from the direction of the front door. Somebody with very heavy footsteps.
I think I'm going
You
to
hear a scrape of metal.
I am going to go over this way.
I'm going to attempt to hide.
Okay.
Where?
I don't know.
So
I
the
don't know
door
what's
is like
in the room.
here.
All right. This is a very, very odd foyer.
Yes.
Did the house look this weird from the outside?
Yes. It wasn't great.
Just like
feel
things
like-
jutting everywhere.
Why do I feel like we're about to have a Scooby-Doo moment?
There's a lot of doors in this house.
Yes. So you guys are right here. The sound of the thumpity thump is coming from here. Oh, and this is the stair upward.
Right. And is there anybody coming from the stairs, or is it
There
just...
isn't anybody coming, but there's somebody yelling down.
I've seen horror movies. We all have to run upstairs
I
right now.
would suggest that we run upstairs as well.
Up the stairs.
Well, it gives us
Would you like
an
to hide,
elevator.
Nicassius? You
Yes,
can hide
I'm
under a
going.
little
I'm
table.
going to hide.
All right, can you give me a stealth roll, please?
Yeah.
We
Don't
can't
like up
all
the stairs.
hide under a table, though.
You say that.
14.
All right, you are well hidden.
All right. Well, I'm going to go over here. Is there any wall furnishings and such?
There's some wall scrolls with some inspirational half-orc sayings on them.
Well, I'm just going to head on over to the stairs at least and be at a higher platform.
Okay.
You, Anakin's got the
waddling up
high
the
ground.
stairs.
I'm gonna see if I can cower under the table, I guess.
All right, can you
Since
make me a
that's what we're
stealth roll?
doing.
What are you doing in my table?
Well, I'm not gonna be
Get
the
your
only
own
one
table.
standing out here. 12.
All right, you are also well hidden.
And what about you, Crypt?
You don't think he's terribly well hidden, Nicassius.
Huh.
I mean, there's probably
going to
enough.
my table?
You go get this.
You could hide in the trash pile in the kitchen.
There's probably a smaller table just your size. Can you hide like in a potted plant?
The door begins to open.
What size can you make something minor illusion?
5
Is
by
it 5
5.
feet? 5, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna make another
Illusion of a
table.
crate. Oh my god.
You're gonna make a table?
No, that's actually a better idea. I'm gonna make the illusion of a crate and I'm gonna hide in it.
Okay. Crypt becomes a crate.
That does not stand out at all.
And
He's
you're
against the wall.
you're climbing the stairs, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right.
They're gonna walk in and just see all of us obviously. Just like, what the hell are you people doing?
So the three of you hide, and the one of you scurries upstairs. Can you make
Just
me a
see
stealth roll,
Crypt
please?
peek out.
More time.
Okay, which dice?
I assume
I'll go with this one.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, that's not
Alright.
That's 17.
You are also well hidden.
There's no other table.
The door
that I
swings
know of.
open,
I
and
can't
we're going to
make
take
you
a
another
very
house.
short break.
All right.
Because the half-orc we were talking to upstairs is dead down in the hoodly-doo.
Well, there's his twin brother.
The door opens. So those of you who are at under table height, you see two very, very thick legs stomp past you. They look like naked half-orc legs. They're weirdly, vaguely see-through. They kind of shuffle around a little bit.
It's Grandpa.
You hear a very moist, heavy breathing. And then it stomps past you and into the kitchen. You start hearing the sound of chopping cleaver, who is not the name of one of our party members, as even though that sounds exactly like the name of one of our party members.
Well, now we know where Rillian ended up.
Brilliant was the sausage. Oh god.
Brilliant was the sausage all along.
Did the sausage smell familiar?
He was 3 sausages in a trench coat.
Oh.
So I'm going to whisper to Breaker that this might be our time to leave.
Yeah, out the door.
Unless you want to stay.
Crate.
Crypt.
Crate out the
He
door.
peeks his face out the crate there.
His face just comes.
Can you see out the crate? And you're in the crate? I don't believe
I'm
you
not
can.
sure.
No.
Probably not.
I don't think you can if people can't see into it.
But if it's not like a solid thing, I could hear
No,
them.
you
Yeah.
can't hear.
It's completely
Yeah.
not there.
You
so-
pop your face out of the crate.
But
Yeah.
we know that it's an illusion, so we can
Right.
see through it.
Well, you can't see through it, but you see through it.
I'm pretty sure that's in the description of minor illusion. If somebody knows
really?
that it's an illusion, then you can see through it.
Gotcha.
So we see him cowering in there.
Yes. With his little bear.
And I'm going to kind of
Little
flash
moist
some hand
smelly
signals
bear.
over there at Rortrin.
That's a good question.
The
How
bear was
far
never
up the
moist.
stairs am I?
You are far enough up the stairs that you can't be seen. You heard heavy stomping from down below, and now you hear meat cleaving.
I'm going to continue up the stairs
No.
because
Okay.
I don't see any. I don't hear
Alright.
you guys because you're too far away.
Well,
I
on
don't
your
see
head,
any signals.
In the second
Great, go
level,
get him.
and you see a very scared-looking young half-orc woman in a nightgown holding a candlestick. She runs towards you and raises the candlestick.
Stop! I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not here to hurt. Stop.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Okay.
Why?
She's gonna deal 5 bludgeoning damage to you.
Why are all our problems because of you?
Can we hear this?
You hear a thump, and that's about what you hear.
Presumably we heard him yelling, stop, 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 I'm not here to
He wasn't yelling. He was like
I hope he wasn't
loudly
yelling.
whispering.
Well, how loud are you doing this?
I was doing it like no.
Okay, so she makes no sound as she whacks you.
So we hear
I'm
an
going to-
unidentified thump up the stairs.
I'm gonna motion to Crypt to go up the stairs and tell really
Yeah.
crap your name is.
It's not really, and really
Crep,
it's in the
can you
kitchen.
move the illusion with you?
I don't
No.
No,
the
it's a
illusion
fixed
can move.
illusion? Okay.
Well, you could keep on casting an
think-
illusion as if you're walking with
True,
it,
I
like
mean, it is a
I
cantrip.
think you
MSG.
can move it, but it's not. It can't be animated.
Sweet
I'm
children's
not
outside
sure.
trying to gain entrance into our place of business.
How dare they? This is not a simple story.
Whatever, I'm just gonna
Apparently,
leave.
y'all ought to be open on Sundays because this
Right?
is, people all the time.
Just ignore them. Disdainfully, we're like a country club, and they're like immigrants.
Okay, so you're going to make six. So how are you going to convey to Crypt that you want Crypt to go up the stairs?
Well, he's not very far. I can just whisper.
Make a stare-like motion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Crypt
Give him a
can't
hard
see.
stare.
Up the
Crypt
stairs.
can't see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I peeked my face out.
Oh, you
peeked his
peeked your face.
out.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
Would you like to go up the stairs?
Yeah, I'll just
Get
leave
him.
the crate there.
Okay.
While she's trying to bash me over the head, luckily I have sleep prepared,
Yes.
so I'm going to.
So hang on, just to be clear, you've snuck into some woman's bedroom.
I got
You're
I'm in the
knocking her
stairwell.
out.
I'm in the stairwell. Oh, and I try to defend myself as she attacks.
All right.
Alright,
So
I'm going
thankfully, she goes after you, so she doesn't disrupt you. Or sorry, you go after her. She does not disrupt you casting your spell. So you cast it, and is it what 20 HP that it does?
No, it's 5d8.
Okay. Roll me some dates.
Well, depending on how she looks like, I might be going.
This house is becoming
She's
more and
taller
more
than you.
frightening.
And that's an issue. How?
I didn't say it was an issue.
Well, it's just Crypt
Okay,
is going
so,
to come up the stairs and see you knocking this girl out
That's going to be
With magic.
19,
with magic.
23, 31 hit points.
Okay, she wobbles and falls forward.
You're going to kill her.
Would you like to stop her from falling down the stairs?
Yes, I
Okay.
will try to reach out, grab her.
You grab her from falling down the stairs. Can you give me an athletics roll, please?
So now Crypt is going to walk up there.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
going
just-
to be holding this unconscious girl.
Yeah, I'm
athletics,
gonna-
that's going to be a 6. Okay. Hey, no, don't fall.
She starts falling down the stairs.
Do I fall? Do I just have myself like
Acrobatics
below?
roll, please.
He's giving you all the chances.
You fall down the stairs also.
Oh my
She's a lot heavier than you is the problem. So you try to stop her from falling, she just pulls you
Oh
down.
god, they're going to roll right
Yeah,
over
as
Crypt,
I'm
aren't they?
coming up there.
And Crypt, you're
Dodge,
chonking up the
Crypt.
stairs here, and you see 2 corpses rolling down the stairs towards you.
It's like Indiana Jones now.
Can you give me an acrobatics roll if you'd like to leap out of the way, or an
Give me a
athletics
vision.
if you'd like them to stop?
Crypt running
Yeah, I'm
down the
gonna-
stairs
I'm
with
gonna
this
try and
ball of
stop them a
flesh
bit.
rolling down after him.
16
16.
for
You dodge
athletics.
into a little alcove
Okay,
in the
yes.
stairwell.
Excellent. You leap out of the way. Oh, sorry, that was try to get them to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You brace yourself as a starfish in the middle of the
This
stairwell.
tiny.
And you stretch a little bit as your ligaments pull away as they slam into you, but they do stop.
That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
You're gonna take 3 points of ligament damage.
I'm going to try to right
Okay.
this woman and just
Okay.
Just,
I'm going to
She
keep
is
my eye on
thoroughly
this
asleep,
doorway here.
And you took 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fell down the stairs.
I'll take it.
Okay.
So that's going to be.
There's no change coming from the kitchen.
Okay.
Thank God you're a cartoon character, Crypt. That never would have worked.
Crypt is not of this plane. He cares not for your physics.
All right, I'm
true.
going to look to Crypt and I'm going to say, help me really quick. And I'm going to try to pull
What?
her upstairs.
Rortrin seems to have murdered a woman and would like you to help him dispose of the body.
That sounds normal.
She's just
for us.
sleeping. She's just sleeping.
So this has gone
I'm gonna
from
check her for a pulse.
She
this
is
has gone
just
from
sleeping.
date
Okay.
rape to gang rape. That's perfect.
Oh
This
no.
is the time for this.
You can drag her back up the stairs.
All right.
The candlestick falls from her hand. Would you like to stop her from falling down the stairs?
What?
A candlestick drops from
Yes,
her hand
for
and starts
God's
falling
sake,
down the
catch it.
stairs.
Yeah, I'll
Can
catch
you give
it.
me an acrobatics roll, please?
Ooh, 24.
You snatch it before it hits the first stair and
Yeah.
carefully place it back.
All right.
You can drag her back upstairs. This second floor is also a nice floor.
Mhm.
There are many bedrooms, most of which have no beds in them.
One.
One bedroom has a bed in it
All right.
and has been
I'm
recently
just watching
disturbed.
in horror from under the table.
What does the candlestick appear to be made out of?
Lead.
Lead. Oh, good.
All right. So, well,
We need to wait for them to come back down and then we bolt.
I'm going to head over
No, yes, let's split the party.
and
As
grab
much
the
as-
and grab the candlestick and stick it in my bag.
You grab the candlestick and stick it in
You're
your bag.
robbing the place now.
It's lead. Ragdoll might have a use for this.
This is not the time.
He's flush with cash.
You
I can
hear
sell him.
the cleavering stopping.
Is there anything else around the room you want to pilfer before we leave?
The footsteps stomp closer.
I'm
Out.
I'm not leaving with them up there. I'm going to go halfway up and see if
Okay.
there's some place I can, kind of tuck into a shadow or something.
Oh, for God's
Can you
sake.
give me a stealth roll, please?
What?
Well,
You're under the table. Relax. 13.
You hide in the shadows. Are you staying under the table?
Nobody else seems to want to leave, so yeah, I guess I'm going to stay
All right.
curled up under the
You
table.
stay under the table. The big meaty legs come past you again. They stop in front of you and then keep going.
yeah, I'm going to
They
take.
return to where the door was.
I'm going to take the woman to the bedroom and such, and just lay her down onto and just cover her mouth and just wait for her to.
No!
It looks bad,
Yes, it does. It's bad.
but I am just
Are
trying.
either of you two going to stop him?
I can't see him.
I am just hoping she doesn't scream out loud and get that huge half-orc, whatever the hell it is, up coming this way. Hey, because I don't know.
Crypt, you're the only one that can stop this. He's going to get arrested for like a list
Everything.
of things.
The one time I just
Drag
tried-
him into another
So
room
the
he
footsteps
can't cause
went
any
back
trouble.
down that hall?
Yes.
Toward the
Okay.
front door? Or is
Yes.
that okay?
That's toward the front door. Okay. So,
Breaker. The door to the basement opens.
Fantastic.
And a finely clothed set of smaller half-orc legs walk by you. They sound nervous. They're kind of if that makes any sense.
It does not, but we'll go with it.
Okay.
basically knobbly.
What do you do?
There's not much I can do. Everybody else is upstairs.
Okay,
I'm
Nicassius,
just
what do you
gonna
do?
make-
I'm going to start creeping back down the stairs to see if
Perfect.
I can see what's going
All right.
on in that
You
room.
see your host walking in a terrified fashion slowly through the hall, looking around him in terror.
Does he look the same as he did before?
He looks the same as he did before when you first met him.
I'm going to walk down the stairs and go greet
You trot down the stairs.
our
Trots.
Trotting. Yes, I haven't trotted.
I'm
He
not
turns
gonna-
and sees you and jumps a little bit. What's going on?
We were looking for you. Where
Oh.
did you go?
I just went to make dinner.
How did you end up downstairs in the crypt?
I wasn't in the crypt. I was just walking down the hall. What's going on?
I ain't coming out from under the table. That would look really bad.
I don't know. We couldn't find you. We came back upstairs and you were nowhere to be seen.
It must be Grandpa. It must be... I don't know. He hasn't done this before. I don't know what this is, but he hasn't done it.
Because we thought we saw you down in the crypt.
What? I wasn't down there.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. We gotta get out of here. That's what we gotta do.
Okay.
It's the only logical explanation.
So I'm going to call up to these two.
He's gonna take off down the hallway toward the door.
Okay.
He opens the door and swaggers down it.
Out the front
Well.
door?
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, no, at this point I'm going to call up there and, you know...
He yelps. He said, "No, Grandpa, no!"
He yelps from down the corridor?
Yes. You hear a meaty thump.
Jesus Christ.
And you hear a rhythmical thumping.
I'm going to draw my blade at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to face the door.
Okay, I'll come out from under
And
the
I'm
table.
going to holler up to them that we have company.
Didn't he say he lived here alone?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
So who is he raping
I
upstairs?
have no idea who's raping
I
upstairs.
think I rape anyone. I'm just.
Prove it.
You got the half-orc woman on the bed with your hand over her mouth
I'm
and you
just
put her
trying-
magically to sleep.
I'm just trying.
It's
The
not
evidence is
looking
not
good
good.
for you.
I'm just questioning her for later.
What? That's not better.
Questioning
For later? What does that even mean?
I mean, for when she awakens. I mean, I'm just trying to find some answers for.
Rortrin, get down here.
Would you like to restrain her in any way while you're at it in case she gets up to shenanigans?
Handcuffs, perhaps.
How long does sleep last?
1 minute.
Oh, for God's sake.
She is awake. Her eyes snap open in
Has he
horror.
still got his hand over her mouth?
Yes, I do
Yes,
because
on the
I
bed.
need to.
And you've got the little devil here next to you.
The green covered devil.
Yes.
I'm just going to look at her. I'm just going to say, "Ma'am, please, this is seeming odd, but please don't scream. We're not here to hurt you."
She is going to try to kick you between the legs.
Dodge it all.
I mean, she's making an attack roll.
With any luck, she'll miss both
Does a
your
12
legs. It'll
hit?
be okay.
12 hits.
Hope you didn't want kids.
Take 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, so
Could be walking a little funny now. They
so
got big meaty legs.
And Rortrin's down.
yeah,
Are you down?
our little imp friend.
Yeah.
You see me getting kicked in the balls as I'm just
Yeah.
trying to calmly explain to this woman.
That's
we
why
are
I
trying
suggest you to go back.
find out what's happening and where we are, and I double over in pain and collapse onto the ground.
What are you going to do on your turn, Crypt? This is the moment to decide. Are you good?
Just leave him.
Or are you going to side with Rortrin?
I would expect that I was explaining to him. And
Yeah.
You were
questions
trying before
that-
your wind was quickly knocked out of you.
As the
Yeah.
little demon, you can definitely make her feel more safe and secure.
Covered
Yeah,
in grease and
little-
Offer
sausage.
And
her a
blood.
teddy bear, maybe.
Yeah,
Your arm is coated in blood. You're
Yeah.
covered in grease. You stink.
I've
Can you make
got
me an intimidation roll, please, real quick?
What?
21.
Jesus.
She is terrified of you.
I wouldn't
She is
be-
reaching for something on her nightstand to throw at you. What would you like to
Do you want to knock her out as well?
do? Can you also cast sleep?
I don't have sleep.
Okay. She grabs a ceramic pitcher of water and hurls it at you.
Hearing all the
That's a
commotion
12 hit.
upstairs, do you want
No.
to go up and
It flies past your head and
investigate at all?
smashes against the wall.
No, something
chopping
just
down
whacked
below
him, and
stops
this is coming down.
As you hear a smash from upstairs.
Was I able to hear that from up there?
You were not
Okay.
hearing it.
So
Are we hearing them from downstairs?
Yes.
I'm just gonna hold my hands up and like take a couple of steps back. Like,
All right.
it's fine. I'm not here to hurt you.
Rortrin, what are you doing?
I am rolling a
I'm not
saving throw.
anything.
All right.
Oh god, you're
That's a
actually
10.
you're actually down.
You succeed.
Jesus, I was just joking.
She sees you writhing on the floor.
She's killed him?
She's trying.
Oh my god.
She turns, she opens up her nightstand, and she pulls a knife out.
For Pete's sake.
That's how we
And
gotta be,
she-
yeah?
And she stabs you.
We're gonna... God, we're gonna end up
That's a
having to
fail.
kill this woman, aren't we?
Automatic
We
fail.
don't even know
That's-
anything's going on.
We hear things
Two
going
fails.
on.
Just talk to
Okay.
her.
Well,
She is murdering
yeah,
Rortrin.
okay.
In self-defense, but yes.
Yeah.
Murder.
Do we have any
But
idea
it
what's going
also
on up
hurt
there?
me.
No.
We hear a lot of scuffling and thumping and...
So,
I've got footsteps that just stopped someplace in this
Yes.
corridor.
And they're now getting louder and more rapid as they're
Okay, I'm
clearly
running
approaching.
I'm running up
Okay.
the stairs.
I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
You go up the stairs. I'm going to stand my ground for the moment.
Okay, I run up to the room that I hear all the noise coming from
All right.
and see this
And
display.
then she sees a naked, moist
I am
man.
not naked. I have clothes on. Ragdoll gave me clothes.
She
I'm
sees-
dressed like a person.
Breaker burst through. Crypt, are you going to stop this
Yeah,
savagery?
I don't want to necessarily,
Stop her.
hurt her.
I mean,
Okay.
technically, it
'Cause
was self-defense.
I do understand. So I'm going to try and, at least get her.
All right, you're going to
away
try to
from
grapple her? Can you
Yeah.
make me an athletics roll, please?
You're just gonna leap your entire body onto her knife arm.
13.
All right, now you're a size smaller than her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
I'm
making that a
3 feet.
disadvantage, I think?
Uh,
She got a 13.
still 13.
What's your strength?
10.
She beats you.
Of course she does.
You're going to give her disadvantage on her next attack,
Okay.
but she shakes you off. Breaker, what do you do?
I'm going to rush at her and grab her
All right.
by the wrist.
Can you give me an athletics roll to grapple? 17.
8.
She backhands you and you fall.
This woman is tough.
Apparently. And Mr. Nicassius, what are you doing?
Standing my ground and waiting to see what's coming through there and
All right.
hollering up the stairs asking what the hell is going on.
We
up
need
there.
help.
Can I get a death saving throw?
Ah!
You know, is it? Should you have gotten the two fails? I think that's how it works. I think it's an automatic crit if you attack someone who's unconscious, and I think on crit you get 2 death saving throws. Fails.
Right.
Mr. Nicassius can look that up for us as you make your last, or maybe not last roll.
Yeah, second to last roll.
Unless I can jump in there and cure wounds on him real quick.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe you should have done that instead of trying to grapple
well,
her.
I have.
If the damage
She
is
was
from a
sitting there
critical
holding
hit,
a
you
knife
suffer
and-
2 failures instead.
Okay, so it's only one.
Do you
Alright,
automatically crit if you attack a person who is unconscious?
Don't see anything.
Either way, it's a
we'll say you got
success
1
for me.
only. So you got 2 successes and 1 fail.
Is it possible for me to use a bonus action?
Do you have a thing you can use a bonus action
Yeah.
with? Okay, then
Yeah,
yeah.
I have healing word.
Definitely. Alright, use your healing word on him then. Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget
Roll
healing
a
word
20,
is
you
bonus
get back a hit point. So.
Yeah, yeah.
B4.
Okay.
Okay, so at least I'm up again.
She screams
Yeah.
as you get back up.
Ma'am, please, we are not trying to mean you any harm. We're lost.
The door opens down below, Nicassius,
Yeah.
and a lumbering orc steps through, completely naked.
Is it still transparent?
A little transparent,
A
yeah.
little transparent.
Holding a big old cleaver in one hand and the head of your host in its other hand.
I would suggest you get to some high ground.
It chunks towards
It worked
you.
out well
Don't
for
think
you.
high ground's going to matter.
We can't even take on this.
Can't handle the half orc upstairs.
Well, we're trying not to harm her.
Well, yeah, but
As she's
you can
stabbing you
hit
to
to
death.
subdue. You don't
What the
have
hell
to
is that?
hit the
It's a
hit.
Nephilim, but it doesn't have a base.
Good enough.
Some giant crawling insect creature.
It's swole, I'll have you know.
Wonderful.
It was a 5 hit.
No, sir.
Alright, so let's roll proper initiatives now.
All right.
Okay.
Us against her and him against
Natural 20 on
Excellent.
initiative, so that's going to be a total of 21.
Okay.
And, oops, sorry. I got a 12.
Alright.
14.
One moment. What was that?
14.
Okay.
Crypt.
11.
So you
Okay.
crazies, we get 3 on 1 on the half-orc woman.
We'll take her down, man. I have not yet begun to bear.
Okay. Well, I'm...
Sorry.
That's okay. As this thing comes through the door, I'm going to holler up and let you know what.
The animals.
Rortrin.
That's it?
The
All right.
animals.
I am going to try and convince this woman in that we don't mean her any harm with her persuasion.
Alright, can you give me persuasion, please?
All right, let's give this a shot.
Uh-huh.
Or
Okay.
she's going to give you a shot.
Yeah, ma'am, please.
As you're gushing
We are
blood.
trying not to harm you. We
I-
were
I-
hired to clear out this house.
And that's why I
by a
knocked you out.
half-orc male.
Work mail.
That's going to be a
By Gion.
by Gion. By Gion. That's going to be a 12.
It's probably like her
12.
brothers.
My brother's been dead for 4 days.
Oh, good.
Well, ma'am, that's
How long have you been in my house?
Less than an hour. We were down in the crypts and we met a bunch of there were human and elven bodies down there while we were exploring it, ma'am. We were not trying to harm you at all. We're just trying to clear.
And the sausages, don't forget the sausages. There were sausages and legs falling from the ceiling.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. That's what we're trying to ask you.
By knocking you out and throwing you on the bed.
Well, you tried to attack us first when I was just opening up my arms.
You're invading my house!
She has got a point.
We were invited into
I
this
have the right to
house.
self-defense. Nicassius,
Yes, sir.
what are you gonna do? This thing looms above you, drooling on your face.
Well, I'm
The
going-
drool is very corporeal.
Wonderful. I'm going to try and drive a rapier through its heart.
All right.
Because I don't know what the hell. To do with
Elven
it.
Sword.
Right now, I'm going to try the rapier first and see, because I am not that proficient with the Elven Sword.
Oh, you're a fighter.
No,
a-
I'm a thief.
Yeah.
That would be 15 plus 5 would be a 20.
That'll hit.
And I need to know whether I can damage this damn thing or not. 8 points.
All right. Your blade drags strangely through the thing.
That's what I
Some
thought.
blood is left as a cut opens up in the wake of your rapier.
Nifty. I'm going to holler up the stairs that we have a problem down here.
Break her.
Does she seem subdued? At least not
She
about to
seems
kill
more
somebody at the
calm.
moment?
She is still brandishing her knife, but she doesn't seem like she's about to finish the job.
Okay. Do
What's
you
going on down there?
do you have any idea what's going on down there?
No, my brother was acting very strangely before he died, but he kept saying that our grandfather was returning from the dead and was threatening him. I never heard or saw anything about it. I don't know, but yeah, maybe he's back.
Okay, I'm gonna run down the stairs.
right.
She doesn't seem like she's gonna kill anybody.
And
immediately.
you immediately see Nicassius fighting this big boy, this big naked, not half orc but full orc.
What the hell? What have you summoned?
The thing swings toward you,
I didn't
and
put
you
blood on
see
the altar.
the head of your host hanging from its left hand, and
I
a big
just-
old cleaver in its
Just
right.
look to Nicassius for an explanation. What have you done? This is why we don't split up.
I didn't tell Rortrin to go rape a woman.
No, nobody should be left alone. We all need to watch each other so that we don't do stupid crap. So I'm gonna call back up the stairs.
Meanwhile, Crypt's player's over here making a bag of cocaine.
It's just not wintergreen, I swear.
Like I said,
But I'm gonna call back up the stairs. You guys need to come down here immediately. Wait, how dead are you?
I'm at 4 HP, but so long as I have some bodies in front of me.
Good. I should have healed you a bit, but luckily I did not.
Get any attack spells?
I
bear powers activate.
Jeez. Is this like what are you in a ghost orc with?
A ghost hammer?
I don't have a ghost hammer.
Well, that's
Do
your
you have some flames and all? Cantrips?
No, I can. No.
You can tell which way is north.
I'm, animal based, not magic based. Okay, I can.
You could throw a rabbit at him.
Going to throw inflict wounds at him.
I mean, that is magic. So you're
It is
gonna
magic.
you're gonna
I
run
do
right up
have
to him.
magic. Well, I'm not gonna run up to him.
Well, you have to.
you
It's a
have to.
melee spell.
It's a melee
Oh,
spell,
shit.
so yes, you have to.
Run up to him and then cast.
And give him
Cast
a
some
good touch
wounds for me
there.
real quick.
You're at +4 to hit.
You've got a good chance.
Yeah, of hitting him, and then of also standing right next to him.
Well, also doing some serious damage, too.
Okay.
How much damage does inflict wounds?
Plus what to hit?
It's what is it?
3d10,
2d8.
I think.
3d10. Something big. It's I think 3d10 sounds right.
Oh yeah, it's 3d10 plus.
All right. So make me an attack roll.
13.
That is not hit.
He's naked.
Yes, he
What?
is naked.
Why did you just say that?
He doesn't have
Because
any
he's saying he
armor.
doesn't have any armor on. He is, however, somewhat incorporeal.
So I've just run up to him now for nothing.
You ran up to him and you grabbed his arm and your hand went right through it.
Fantastic.
And unfortunately, your magic dissipated before you could smack his meaty ribs.
Well, that was a fantastic idea. Next.
Thank you, next.
It is Breaker's turn. Sorry, Breaker had a turn. Crypt's turn. It is not Breaker, it is Breaker Crypt.
Alright, I'm gonna head down as well. See
Alright.
like what's
And you see
like
this
what we're doing.
bizarre melee.
Yeah.
Breaker is trying to slap the ghostly orc and is getting a nice handful of rib meat there. And the Nicassius is poking him with his pointy sword.
Maybe you can mace it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When somebody breaks into your home, mace is a
Spell
less
song,
lethal alternative to
Yes.
various things.
Especially a +1 mace.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna run up to it with the
Alright, you shove your way in there.
yeah.
There's no more
Well, I'm
room
very
around him.
small.
You are. Make me an
You just
attack
dart
roll.
between our legs.
That one.
For
I don't know what
God's
the attack bonus would be.
Okay.
Now's not the time, Crypt.
That would be your basic attack bonus, so it would be strength plus proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be 2.
Alright.
With a nat
That-
one,
That,
it
that
doesn't
was
matter,
a nat
though.
1.
Yeah.
So what should happen here?
That-
you just
You strike
you
the
slide
head
across
of
the
your,
floor and just keep going into the wall.
You accidentally ran between its legs and ended up on the other side of him.
You have its dongly bits that went over your forehead.
Yes. That is exactly
So
what happened.
he's slid through it there. I've slid my hand through it, and Crypt just comes sliding across the floor through it.
You leave a trail of grease and blood behind you. That's pretty much why. You got most of the grease off you as you
At
skidded
least
across
I
the
drew
floor.
blood.
This is just a cartoon at this point.
Yes, the keystone
Now it's his
Cup.
turn. And he is going to try to smack you with the head in his hand.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Nicassius. Does an 8 hit.
No, sir.
Alright, now he's going to try to cleave at Mr. Breaker with his big old cleaver. Does a 19 hit.
Maybe.
Okay. That sounds good to me. Take 4 slashing damage. Cleaves through you and is going to go into Mr. Nicassius, maybe. Does a 4 hit.
No.
Alright.
Why
That's his
couldn't
turn.
that have comically missed as well, like everything
Rortrin.
else?
Alright, I'm going to say to this one, if you want to see what we're dealing with, come with us.
Follow me if
Come
you
with
don't
me.
want to live.
Hey, you can believe us then. And
She's gonna listen to literally anything you say.
I am staying here. Get out of my room.
Alright, I'm going to leave Eve at
She
last.
slams the door behind you and you hear the sound of her moving her bed in front of the door.
Yeah, as we're going, as I'm, I was trying to be, I wasn't trying to harbor in any shape or way. Hey, I'm going to grab.
Why'd you make me do this? I didn't want to do this.
I'm going to grab that candlestick and.
No, he's taking
I-
the candle.
I took the
You reach for the
candlestick.
candlestick and
Oh.
it's not there.
All
And
right,
anything
all
else of value
So
in the
that
room,
ain't going to
really.
happen. All right, so I get down to the stairs. I see what's happening,
Yeah.
and I'm going to cast chill touch at this guy. Hey,
All
and
right.
if I hit, he's going to be at disadvantage for his next for any attack rolls until the end of the next turn.
Okay.
So, let's see.
Does he have to pass a saving throw for that?
No, it's automatic. So long as I hit.
Excellent.
That sounds great.
10.
Nice. Chill touch isn't disadvantage.
What?
Chill touch is can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. I'm sorry. If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls. Yes.
And that's a miss.
All right. Your chill touch, which is your lich slap, is that correct?
That is Lich Slap.
All right. You kind of fondle him a little bit, but you got your depth perception wrong, and you just fondle the air in front of him.
Can I give him a point of inspiration to try that again?
Yes.
I have
Thank you.
one. Don't waste it.
I won't. I will not waste this point of inspiration that you have
broke-
graciously
You gently
given
push
me.
the hand forward.
That's even worse.
And I'm
Wow.
sorry, you accidentally pushed it out of the way.
Uh-huh.
I am sorry. Nicassius,
Okay, so now with everybody and his brothers surrounding him, I'm at advantage, correct?
you are at. You're not at. You know what? You are at advantage. You know what? Mr. Crypt slid behind him. I guess that wasn't so terrible after all. You are at advantage, and you get your sneak attack.
Well, I'm going to try using the Elven Blade now, and I have
All right.
no idea what the hell it does, but
Okay.
what the
So
hell.
you're not proficient, so you just don't add your proficiency.
Well, I've got
Is that correct?
I'm proficient in long
Okay.
swords, but I'm
Yeah. All right then.
my strength does not
Gotcha.
give me any bonus at all.
Why are you rolling 2 20s?
Because he's at advantage.
Oh, all right. Never
Flanking.
mind.
So that'd be a 12.
You do not hit.
Oh,
Scythe. Breaker.
that's what I get for using the magic weapon.
Okay, well, I'm going to try the inflict wounds again.
All right.
It worked so well the first time. 22.
That'll hit.
You just need to
Fantastic.
practice.
Whack-oom.
Yeah.
Give me a d10.
Didn't.
You win.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
What the hell?
7.
All right. And what kind of damage was that?
Necrotic.
All right. You now smack him, and his jowls ripple, and there is a smell of burning flesh that suddenly fills the air. He howls in anger and pain. Anything else?
I'm going to not stand right next to him any longer.
All right, so he is going to have an attack of opportunity. He'll have not disadvantage on that. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. He does not hit them. You skedaddle.
Something worked.
Crypt.
Huzzah.
2 things in the same
I'm gonna try and hit it from behind
All right, you'll have flanking.
Wait, with what?
the mace
You're just
again.
going to jab it up his rear?
Right up the butt.
I mean, you are very short.
Sure.
Can I see that book back?
Attack at advantage.
Got something not right.
10.
Does not hit. You miss his butt.
He's right in front of you. How do you...
How
Yeah.
did you not touch him?
Anything else?
No.
All right.
Probably not.
All right. He is going to try to goody bump you, Mr. Crypt. Since you were like right there, the wall's right behind you. He's just going to try to crush you real quick. Make me an opposed athletics roll, please.
He
At
does have a big,
disadvantage.
luscious booty.
19.
7.
Okay. So you are going to take 6 bludgeoning damage,
His milkshake does bring all the boys together.
and it displaces you from flanking him.
So you take 6 bludgeoning damage from clapping ass cheeks.
Literally, yes. And he's going to slash at you, Nicassius, with his cleaver. Does a 9 hit?
No.
All right.
So in just one
Yes.
motion, he hits Crypt with his ass.
Yes. Rortrin, it is your turn. I said this wasn't going to be a silly campaign. I'm sorry. This is our off week, so we don't have Jordan here.
It's 'cause
Magic
Jordan's not
missile.
here.
Magic missile. All right, breaking out though. Let's just do some damage and stop trying to roll to hit things.
Yeah, okay, so that's actually pretty decent. That's 5, that's 9, that's 11 points of damage.
And do you add anything more to them?
I add +1 for each point.
11 total?
Yeah, so 11 in
Yep.
total.
All right. Your darts smack into his chest large meat and raise little columns of smoke. Lovely. Anything else?
There's nothing else I can
All
do.
right. Nicassius.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to
I
have
don't
Adam-
know why I pointed at Stephanie when I said Nicassius.
That's right. We're basically the same person.
There we go. After 20 years, you know.
You no longer have advantage or your
Right.
sneak attack.
Okay, so it's a 15.
That'll hit.
That'll hit.
Fine.
Wonderful.
Are you using your longsword?
Yes.
Are you one-handing or two-handing it?
Probably one-handing.
Okay.
I don't think it would occur to him to swing it two-handed.
Okay.
And that would be 6 points of damage.
Nice. Again, the slight incorporeality, but you do raise some blood.
Does it feel the same going into it as the other sword?
Yes.
Okay.
Breaker.
Okay. So Breaker's going to...
I didn't realize that we ended up with a perfectly circular initiative.
We shouldn't have. It was him, me, him.
No, it's bang, bang, bang.
Rortrin, Nicassius, Breaker, Crypt,
Yeah.
and Big Boy.
Okay. Breaker's gonna raise his hands up, and a flurry of dead leaves and crows shoots at him in a magnificent display of Toll the Dead.
He's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
I do not know. It's not written down
Yes,
here.
it would be a wisdom saving
Okay.
throw.
You have cards for this.
Does a 13 pass?
Oh, jeez. That's this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is 12, so yeah.
All right.
Does he take half damage or no damage?
No damage.
No
it's a
damage.
No
cantrip.
damage.
All right.
That's, I don't have it because it's a cleric one.
Oh, okay.
He spits and coughs as leaves
Dried
try to go
leaves.
down his throat. Anything else?
No.
Crypt. You see the druid throw some leaves at the orc.
It was super effective.
A crow flies through the orc. It doesn't seem to do anything. Where do the crows go after you're done with them?
They just kind of flit about the room all lost looking until they find a window. There are now 3 more crows in this world.
What happens if you do them in a dungeon?
They become bats.
Ah, lovely.
Ooh. It's more atmospheric.
I like it.
Okay.
What do you, Crypt?
Oh dear.
Kill it. That's my advice.
Shove the mace up his ass. It worked so well last time.
I'm gonna try
You
that.
peel yourself off the wall.
Actually, bring it up his gooch.
Oh no.
Yep,
You'll get that
okay.
close to him again.
Well, you are behind him. I mean, he can't do anything
have
but
advantage.
attack with his butt.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so 20.
Hit.
Finally.
Crypt. The meaty smacking sound.
D6.
See Crypt majestically attack his ass with it.
3.
All right.
+1.
Did you add the
Yeah.
extra
Okay.
plus one? Okay, and that adds an additional +1 because for some reason he's weak to radiant. Why would that be? I wonder. Nice. A burst of light comes from his rear and strikes you in the face as you blast him.
It is refreshing to have a more serious campaign, I have to say.
Yes, yes. It's good to have
The other one was far too silly.
Are you going to do anything else, Crypt?
I gotta back away a little bit this time.
All right.
Just
I don't
like
know what the
If
elf
you
is
do
step
so,
up.
he's. Are you getting out of melee with him?
well, after what
He'll
happened
have an
last
opportunistic
time.
butt attack.
He will booty bump you once more.
Yeah,
But this time
yeah,
well illuminated.
yeah. I don't need a second one of those.
Just
considering I'm
stay
at 4
right behind his
HP.
butt.
So you're going to
So-
stay in melee. You can still take a step back, but you're going to still be in melee.
Just take a step back each time. Eventually you'll be out of melee.
Well, if I move out of melee, then he could.
A figurative step back that is not mechanically represented.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I'll move out of melee.
Okay. He's
For
going
the
to
moment.
he's going to make an opportunity attack against you.
He senses that somebody is moving
There's a
behind him.
disturbance in the force.
He instinctively wiggles his ass.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
All right.
He just wiggles his ass for no reason. Everybody sees him. Everybody sees him shimmy with this beam of light.
Coming out of his ass.
He's going to try to smack you with the head, Nicassius. 19 hit.
Yes, sir.
All right. Slimy, rotten brains pour over you. You're going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, and they cover the floor around you. You are going to either fall prone or receive an opportunity attack. Which would you prefer?
So he's going to get another opportunity attack on me, or I can go down.
Yes.
And if you go down, he'll be at advantage for striking you until you can get back up again.
I would skedaddle.
I would.
Well, the skedaddle's not one of the opportunities. It's not one of the choices. I can either take an extra attack and then he can take his other attack, or you know what? He can have advantage
so
on
you
me
can
on the.
move, right?
What's that?
All right.
You haven't moved, so you can move, right?
It's not my turn.
All right.
You fall to the ground, and he tries to cleave your head off. Does a 13 hit?
No.
All right. It's getting a lot of 13s. It is Rortrin's turn.
All right. Let's slap. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
Well played.
You smack underneath his chin.
All right. So that's going to be 2 necrotic, but at the same time he's going to be at disadvantage. With
All right.
his attacks.
You knock him away from Nicassius.
Mhm.
And he flails around a little bit. Anything else?
Well, that's all I can do right
Okay.
this very moment.
Nicassius.
So it's going to take half my movement to stand back up. Okay. So I'm going to stand back up and whack at him again.
Whackety thwack.
Don't talk back.
And I missed.
You miss.
Well, not less than 8 hits.
No. Breaker.
Breaker. Breaker's going to attempt to throw the dead at him one more time.
All right. Throw some crows at that boy.
Throw some
So
crows at that boy.
that's
Yes. A 2 does not pass, I assume.
It doesn't?
That'll be a
Fantastic.
so that's a
9.
Nice.
That's not plus anything, right?
no.
A crow punches through his sternum, and some blood evaporates into the air. Breaker. Sorry. No. Crypt.
Breaker Crypt.
It's just Breaker Jr.
Break the crypt. You broke into the crypt, is what you did. What are you gonna do? They're beating the crap out of this here orc boy.
Well, that worked, so why do I keep at it?
So you're going to run
You
up
have-
at him again?
Yeah.
You're going to get that close to him again?
It worked last time.
It's a
It
very
did.
dangerous butt.
His
Yeah.
butt has dimmed. For what it's
Oh.
worth.
Aw.
It's not quite as glorious now.
You're
Ted.
still
Ted
at
does not hit.
You're still at advantage.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
They're at advantage. Oh, okay. 17.
17 will hit.
Hey.
You see
Smite
Crypt
that
just
cheek.
running across the room with a mace in front of him.
Like a glorious narwhal.
That's
Yes.
another 3, so.
All right.
that
His
was-
butt is illumined once more.
Is it a new hole or the same hole? Is there like 2 beams of light forking off?
No. The last one expired. You'd be ashamed of yourself. He is going to bellow in rage and is going to try to slap Crypt away again.
A disadvantage.
Yes.
As talented as his butt is, it's not that talented.
Has a 16 hit Crypt.
Yes.
All right. Make me an opposed athletics roll, please.
As Crypt cartwheels
13.
out the way.
18. He is going to bounce you away. You're going to take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
And he is going to
It is one-
attack
that
you
was
with
a
his
quarter
cleaver
of
at
your
disadvantage.
Attack against what?
And does a 9
Cleaver.
hit? I don't think a 9 hits.
No.
It is Rortrin's turn.
All right, so I'm going to try to hit it again with Chill Touch because
How
that's
much
actually
longer do I
working
need to
out
hold
for.
this thing?
I mean, with Ledge Slap. And here we go. Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
All right. That's 6 points of necrotic and disadvantage again.
You slap its head off.
No.
It falls to the ground.
Well
and
done, sir.
evaporates.
Yeah.
Does the rest of it evaporate?
And as it evaporates, the whole of it, light begins streaming in through the window again.
All right, I'm going to try to harvest this with some spirit
What?
paper.
Spirit paper, you say? All right.
Yeah. Some of my magic.
Yes.
Is our host's head still here?
No, it is not. It is also evaporated.
All right.
Also
Then it was a
evaporated.
vegetable too. That resembles a square of bleached papyrus. Yes.
All right. So make me a religion check.
That's going to be a total of
Out of the whole
10.
thing, I took 1 point of damage.
So did I.
All right.
Killed my
You
temporary hit points.
you capture some spirit dust.
Yeah, baby.
Huzzah!
Lucky you.
It leaves a stain that looks like a butterfly. Lovely.
Now we have the same. I'm going to look back into the kitchen and see what the kitchen looks like now.
All of that meat and sausages are gone. There's still a pile of trash.
Somebody needs to check upstairs and see if that girl's still there.
Don't look.
Not you.
I'm not going up there. There
The
again.
only one that wasn't involved in attacking her, perhaps.
Maybe you can use your elven wiles. I mean, I'm only half elf, so I'm not as good as you probably are.
You are very beautiful.
Oh, good. Up against, you know,
Not
the
as
an-
beautiful as me, but
I don't think it's going to matter through the door.
you're the only one that wasn't involved.
Fine.
not even be there.
I will go upstairs and knock on the door.
Who is it?
It's Nicassius. Grandpa is gone.
What about my brother?
I'm not sure where your brother is. Disappeared.
He had his head.
The head has also disappeared.
Well, yes, but it was off of his body.
I-
Unless
I-
they
I didn't- I
reunited
didn't-
somewhere.
no. I haven't seen your brother.
Can you make me a persuasion roll, please?
I haven't
Sure.
seen your brother's body.
What am I going to tell him? The thing we just fought was holding his head that disappeared?
No, I mean, her brother's been dead for 4 days. You're not going to surprise her.
It's 20 plus 2 is 22.
All right, one moment. You hear the sound of the bed being moved away. And then she carefully opens the door a crack. She has a knife in her hand. She looks past you. And she sees it is clearly lighter out. She blinks and opens the door. Do not snort those lifesavers.
Not brushing it off of the.
Yeah, in a line.
That was not my fault.
And she says, "Oh, well, what did you do?"
We just fought Grandpa in the foyer.
And you killed him again?
Well,
I'm not
he's
there.
gone.
All right.
He's gone. One of our professional spellcasters, banished him.
She steps out and looks down and sees the perfectly clean downstairs that is very quiet. You can hear the sound of a bird chirping outside. She says, "Well, what now then? Why were you here in the first place?"
Well, because there was an advertisement in town that you needed help putting a spirit to rest.
I didn't put that up.
Somebody put that up. I don't
Presumably
know.
your brother did.
He's been dead though. I suppose he put it up before.
It's a possibility.
I,
But that's why we came here.
What did the kitchen look like when you looked in there? Was it like normal kitchen? Did it look like legs
It
and
was
sausages
no
had
longer
recently
a
passed?
butcher shop. I'm not going to mention the butcher shop aspect at the moment.
Especially down in the crypt, right?
I'm not saying a word about the crypt.
We just suggest that maybe you move.
all right.
Yeah, I mean, we've dispelled the spirit. I don't know whether it'll come back or not. I don't believe it will.
all right.
But I would lock that iron door and not open
I'm
it
trying
again.
to move. I'm going to leave. I'm going back home.
That's probably the better option, yes.
My brother wanted us to move out here for some stupid reason, some money-making scheme of his, and
Well,
it was a dumb idea.
what sort of money-making scheme?
Please.
Maybe we can take
No.
off where he
Aren't you downstairs?
I am downstairs. So are you. She came down.
Oh, he
That's true.
wanted to buy gemstones, not the belly ones that come from creatures. He just wanted to be a gem trader, but he said, "Oh, nobody's doing that there. Nobody cares about that." And he had this little daydream of opening up a food cart too. But he wouldn't admit it to me. But I've heard him talking about it to people at the
Did he
the
want to make
tavern.
sausages?
No,
Okay,
not that I'm aware of.
just checking.
So you want to move.
Yes, I'm going to move. I was in the process of trying to find a buyer for the house.
How much do you want for the house?
Oh, it cost us 30,000 gold pieces to build over the past 2 years or so.
How did you get all the bodies in the crypt?
What? What bodies?
Your ancestors. How did you get all your ancestors moved from wherever they had been to your new crypt?
I didn't put any ancestors in the crypt.
Dun dun dun. Well, ma'am,
Hyperventilating as she looks at the basement.
I would suggest that you gather your belongings and clothes, and I would suggest you move.
I'm going to stay at the inn until we find a buyer, I suppose.
I'm sure my friend Nicassius could give you an excellent deal on the house.
Oh!
If you
I don't really expect to get the tens of thousands back, all of it, but...
I do suggest that you move rather immediately and very far away.
Yes, that's a good idea. Thank you very much. I don't know. How can I repay you?
Well, we were contracted for 50 gold pieces
Oh, all right.
per person.
Okay. I suppose I'll pay it.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And your name is?
Done. My name is Ampersand.
My name is Stair.
Stir?
Stair.
Steer.
S-T-E-R. Stair. Stair Dunson. Stair, yes.
Well, with that, ma'am, if you need any additional help with clearing out, like, what's down there, you could just always put up a number notice on the bounty board.
I didn't pull it up in the first place, but okay. She goes into the next room and she comes back out with a sack.
We know a
And she
lovely
counts-
couple of elves who can help you with that.
Oh. She counts you each out 50 gold.
Thank you very much. In fact, here are their prices and location.
Oh, thank
Here-
you. That's
here.
very
Thank
kind of you.
You're welcome. No, we were actually, he went to quote them to see how the process would go for her clearing out the creatures here, because of their initial bounty. Of course.
I see.
Now, you never saw any of this, just your brother.
Oh, yes, before today, my brother's the one who was talking about our grandfather coming back.
You never saw him.
No, not once.
Have you ever been down into the basement?
Well, yeah. It's just a storeroom. You just have some barrels down there.
You didn't pass through a crypt on the way to the basement.
No! There's no crypt.
I'm going to have to go back down to the basement.
By yourself?
Why not? I
That's
went down
not-
there the first time by myself.
You go down, and past the iron door, there's just a little storeroom.
Oh, this is...
Different.
You say there was a crypt down there though when you went.
And your brother was the one who met us.
What did it look like?
The crypt or your brother?
What did it look like?
The crypt had 3 different tombs for 3 different generations of your
Did
family.
it have a weird little corner in the corner?
Yes, it did have a weird little corner in the corner. Here, along with 3 notches. Here's where lights.
That was our crypt back home. That's very odd.
Very odd. Again, I'm so sorry about earlier, ma'am, but I was
Should
so...
be.
I am...
I won't press charges.
Thank you for understanding. Hey, I was just trying to defend myself and try to explain without harming you in any shape or form.
Understand.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a wonderful day. I'll let my comrades continue to speak. If they want to speak, I'm done.
Would any of you like to say anything more? What's that crate doing? I didn't put that in.
How long does the crate last? It's
I
like
don't
10
know.
minutes.
The crate passes from sight before her
It
eyes.
just went,
I'm leaving. Do any of you know a good inn?
Well, do you want to spend some money or do you want to just have a
I
place?
think she is used to opulence.
I-
Inn.
Yes, what
What
that
is the
one
name
said.
of your inn?
The wizard cellar.
Wizard Cellar.
Yes.
Not to bring up cellars at this.
Not to bring up wizards cellars.
I know cellar is a sensitive word, but the wizard cellar I recommend.
All right, thank you. And she heads off. And
Well,
then
you have a house now. I think it's
Well,
been
we can
duly
squat
abandoned.
here at least.
At the
I'm
very
not
least, you can
staying
squat
here.
here.
For God's sake.
And we are going to end there for
Yeah.
tonight. Thank you for playing, guys, and
Yeah.
thank you,
Oh, thank
ladies
you.
and
Thank
gentle
you very
listeners,
much,
for
Taylor.
for listening.